Yes, I do want Donkey Kong to give me his banana. Thank you for noticing. Hey, LMAO! Nice to meet you, Earthlings. How you doing? Okay, actually, first and foremost, before we start talking about the Mario movie anymore, we're gonna take a vote really quick to see what we're doing, what our background noise is today. We're doing art and chill again, but I haven't decided if I want to sing along to an album yet, or if I want to listen to a video essay. So, I haven't decided if we're doing Furby or if we're working on something else, so this is your chance to decide what we're doing today. We've got Furby, we can ink Furby a little bit more if we want to. Alternatively, we can ink the Foster's characters. I still have to finish Blue and his alternates, Coco, Cheese, and Mr. Harriman and their alternates. So yeah, if whatever you guys want to do for art-wise, that's fine. I don't care, as long as I'm being productive. 2. Okay, these are all of my video essays that I have saved to listen to. If you guys see one that looks interesting, we can listen to it. However, one of these is, several of these are several hours long. So, I don't know how I feel about that. This Splatoon one is 5 hours long. Yeah. The MCR one by Strange Eons is excellent. I know. I like everything by Strange Eons is really, really good. She does a lot of shitposty kind of, Tumblr meme shit. But, when she does deep dives, her deep dives are really good. And, I like her shitposty Tumblr memes. Those are very, very fun. But, they're not always, they're more entertainment and less, background noise. Yeah. Nickelodeon made a Furby movie? Yeah, I know about that. I think we watched the same deep dive video. Yeah, this one I've been wanting to listen to. And the hidden story of the Black Parade, basically, from what I understand, the Black Parade is a, concept album. I don't know if I'm using that word, I don't know if I'm using that phrase correctly. But it's one of those albums where all the songs are interconnected and they have a narrative. But it's one of the earlier, is it one of the earlier? I think it's their second or third. I cannot remember. Don't look at me. Do not look at me. I'm a fake MCR fan. Basically, that Wendigoon video is him talking about the narrative of all the songs and how they interweave together. Because the entire, the entire through line of that album is death, right? Ghost of You is about death. The Black Parade is about death. It's about death. So. Concept album is just an album that has a story, doesn't have to be linear. Okay, so it is a concept album. Okay, I used that correctly. Mr. Harriman, hippity hoppity, God, that's a good episode, actually. It's about the TikTok panopticon. Before TikTok panopticons were a thing. That episode of Foster's that Rin is quoting in the chat. God. All of these look really good, though. Also, don't mind me if it looks like I'm drinking something. Yes, I am. I have a giant smoothie right now. I'm trying to drink it before it melts and becomes disgusting. But yeah. This one looks really, really interesting. I don't know how many of you guys were around for, the early days of the FNAF fandom, but I followed this person on Tumblr, from the beginning. I wasn't, a super fan of them, but I did like their art, because I've been in the FNAF fandom since, the first game dropped, right? I'm not, an OG fan. I wasn't around for Scott Cawthon's original bullshit of, his Christian work. But, when the first game dropped, I was there. So I'm very I've lost like I never knew this person, but they deleted their Tumblr like 3 times. And this one seems like it's going to be very depressing, but it looks very interesting because I am a trash garbage goblin creature and I love hearing about stupid bullshit drama. So, yeah, this one looks really interesting, but also it's like 3.5 hours. Hey, Ghost, how you doing? Oh, yeah, there's options. There's options. The only FNAF content I consumed was that ARG, and that was pretty cool. Which one are you talking about? Are you talking about, like, a fan-made ARG, or was it, like, one of the canon things? You're an adorable goblin creature? Thank you. I am cute. Wait, have I turned on my blushies yet? No, I haven't rigged my blushies yet. Damn. I'm so sad. Because I do have a cute little blushu on this model. I just haven't rigged it yet. There's a lot of updates I need to make to this model. I want to do a couple more little things to it, but I'm too lazy. I'm starting to work night shift, so this hour might be good for me. Hey, there we go. See? And there's always the VODs. Oh, I also mentioned that I was going to read comments from last video. Let me do that before we go any further. Let's go respond to some comments. Space Potty asking, what did I miss? Oh, you can't really see it because it's off to the side. Whatever. Nothing much, just being dumb. For anyone who's watching the VOD right now, leave a comment and I will reply to it next time we do a stupid stream like this. Angel Dust is asking, you streamed yesterday and I missed it? Yeah, new time slot, baby. There you go. Like, you know, little simple comments like that are gonna get not much of a response, but if you have something cool that you want to share and you want to just like vomit it in my comment section, that would be a fun thing to have like a jumping off point for chatting. That'd be fun. I never got into like the FNAF fandom, but I did listen to Living Tombstone songs. Yeah, that's basically me. I never got into the FNAF like fandom stuff, right? I was never into the, like, popular headcanons, the fan comics, the big name fans. I didn't really care about any of that. Guys, I need you to understand, I have been on your planet for so long that a lot of this stupid fandom drama that a lot of people, like, are constantly up in arms about is extremely off my radar. Right? I like hearing about it because it's kind of, it's very schadenfreude for me, to see people put so much stock in something that is very minor in the grand scheme of the world. Like, yeah, it's important to you, but touch grass. You need to understand that there are other things in life that are more important than accusing people of felonies on the internet. That's my hot take for the day. Yeah. The ARG was inspired by FNAF, but not directly related. Oh, okay, that's interesting. It's really the first video game that got a cartoon adaptation was Pac-Man? Not really. Pac-Man's like the OG video game, you know? Before there was anything else, there was Pac-Man. Pac-Man was huge. Yeah, I've heard about the FNAF movie. Angel Dust in chat. I don't know if Angel Dust is here. Probably not, because it's ass o'clock. Angel Dust has been giving me little updates, because I think Angel Dust is following the Twitter account for the FNAF movie, so that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I've purged all social media besides Discord and YouTube. If you can count those, it's nice. Honestly, Discord's more like a messaging platform than a social media, and it's really nice. I only use Tumblr for my own personal Tumblr that isn't like a content Tumblr. It's just me being online, having fun. I use Furfinity as like an alternate account for my NSFW stuff and for my fan fiction that I'm working on that I'm not going to tell you guys about, because if I start talking about it, we'll be here all day and I will drop every spoiler known to man, and I cannot do that. And yeah, Discord and YouTube, that's really it. Twitter is apparently still kicking. Apparently Twitter is still a thing. People are still using it and they're still interested in it. But it's getting worse and worse by the day. Do you know about the Donkey Kong cartoon from 1983? Actually, I don't know about the 1983 Donkey Kong cartoon. No accounting for taste. God, Twitter is tragically still there. Yeah. I've actually signed on to my Twitter a couple times this past month just because, I've been following this other streamer. It's okay, another thing. It's really nice. Ever since I've kind of like cut off Twitter, I've cut off my networking brain rot where I'm constantly trying to make friends with other VTubers and constantly getting rejected because I don't want to say every VTuber is a fake bitch, but every VTuber is a fake bitch. It's very funny. And yes, that sounds extremely shady, but also I get it. Like, you don't want to field DMs from every random person, but it's very stressful when, like, hey, we're two VTubers. We've got a similar content niche. Hey, we've got a similar following. You know, we're on different platforms, but hey, why don't we maybe get to know each other, try and set something up? Yeah, that sounds really great. You're really, really nice, and I enjoy seeing you in my Twitter mentions. That's really great. Definitely. Do you have any ideas? Yeah, I'm trying to get a Mario Party collab going, or we could do Mario Kart. I see that you stream X game. I've never played it. It would be fun if we did like a give and take, walk me through it kind of stream. Yeah, those all sound great. When are you free? Here's my time slot. Okay, cool. I'll let you know whenever I'm available. 4 months pass! Anyway, yeah, and that necessarily isn't so much people being fake bitches, but just everyone in this stupid fandom is bad at scheduling. But still. Ugh. Yeah, anyway. So I've been following this other streamer, and it's nice to just be a viewer and not have to worry about anything else. I am a stan. Anyway. The Donkey Kong cartoon was about Mario and Paulina trying to catch Donkey Kong in a Bugs Bunny kind of way. That's so funny. That's hilarious. Oh, I'd fit right into... Yeah, exactly. Anyway, so now that I'm not talking to random VTubers and constantly getting my self-esteem shot to shit, I feel a lot better about myself. Fucking dumb. Log into Twitter, instantly regret and log out of Twitter again. Can someone pick a deep dive? Otherwise, we're gonna listen to Faliado by no, I almost said Faliado, but Panic at the Disco. Someone end my existence. Someone put me back in a containment. Otherwise, you're gonna listen to Fall Out Boy, okay? And I don't really feel like singing tonight. I feel like randomly listening to this stuff. I'd prefer cloning because it's fun. Cloning's very interesting. Back when I was in containment, they were doing cloning nonsense, and it's pretty good. Most people I've seen use Twitter to upload NSFW content. Yeah, Twitter is still good for that, but I mean, it's not gonna allow NSFW content for long. The sanitization of the internet. Ouchie, ouchie, ouchie. MCR. Okay, we will go for a deep dive into the return of MCR. Let's go for that.
Hello, fellow emos. This video.
Let me pause this. Let's see.
Is a deep dive into the My Chemical Romance.
Can you guys hear that okay? Can you guys hear that okay?
It's very important to me, okay? There's a really
Can you guys hear that okay? Let me know if that sounds good. Let me know if
that
that sounds good. Let me know if that sounds good.
On Twitter, I think. I have seen this tour referred to.
Okay, so that sounds good. Cool. In which case, turn that off really quick. Don't worry, I'm gonna put the little mini screen up there in the corner. Okay, cool. Great. Yeah, let's listen to this. And have we decided? Okay, last decision we're going to be making. Furby or Foster's? First person to post in chat, Furby or Foster's, chooses what we're doing tonight. All right, Caitlin got it. We're doing Furby. And there's another fucking blueberry in my smoothie that somehow escaped the wrath of the blender. I hate this world. Caitlin stays winning. She stay winning. How the fuck did that happen? I blended this thing for like 15 minutes trying to kill all the blueberries, and there's still blueberries just living in my smoothie completely untouched. My blender is absolute trash garbage. Anyway, let's listen to MCR.
Hello, fellow emos. This video
Go to
is a
bed,
deep dive
Caitlin.
into the My Chemical Romance return tour, because it's very important to me, okay? There's a really big fandom following it right now on Tumblr, as well as
I
it's on
followed
Twitter.
someone who
I've
got
seen this
tickets
tour
to
referred
almost
as, like,
every single
sports for queer
show
people, and
to
within good reason, because it's been
this
absolutely
tour, and it was
bonkers wild,
insane
screaming, writhing, covered in
watching
blood,
them go to all
baby
these
boobs,
shows.
just girly things, rats. Capitalism sucks. It sucks how toxic nostalgia culture is becoming. Rats and bugs are gonna eat your corpse. I'm moving deeply. I am so...
Rats and bugs are gonna eat your corpse.
So, fun fact, I originally made this video
God.
in October.
I love
but
her.
It was way too thick and juicy for my computer to contain, so I pulled out this kind of sketchy external drive that I'd had since
Time isn't real for me this week. Me either.
The whole video just ate it. So I told myself
I remember this. I follow her on Tumblr. She's talking about this.
I'm going to wait until March. That way the tour will be like fully complete. A few months will have passed so that the pain of losing the video in October will have dulled.
Ouchie.
So here we are in March. If you have not been watching your gay sports, have no fear. I am going to explain it to you in excruciating detail. After this video, not even Ebony Darkness Dementia Ravenway is going to be able to call you a prep. Because what are you truly about, if not being a pretentious asshole who knows more about pixelated Gerard Way thigh shots on Tumblr than your friends? I'm not...
She's so funny.
I'm not trying to resurrect the worst of the subculture here. In fact, I want to
They say one day we'll all die and only cockroaches will survive. True? I think Mythbusters tested that.
There are things that I've missed in this video. If you know something that I've neglected to mention, if an interesting thought occurs to you that did not occur to me, please let me know in the comments down below. I will be glad to learn something new.
She's so smart and funny. I really love listening to her talk when she does deep dives like this.
It's a simple and free way to help you save.
Nope, we're skipping the ad.
You simply add it to your browser. It's available.
God, I hate ad breaks. Okay, cool. Okay, I went too far. I got too lost in the sauce.
Install the extension on your desktop browser and sign up. The first time I made this video,
did you watch the Snape Wives video? I did. I watched that at the pizzeria.
Straight into the return tour, and I think I would like to change that this time because I'm sure a lot of people watching are casual fans who maybe know a few songs or who maybe aren't even that familiar but are just down to let me teach them about whatever niche nonsense I am captivated by this week.
Yes, please give us all the data, Queen.
Yet relevant background on MCR. The band has 4 members, names that you will hear me say: Gerard Way, Mikey Way, who is Gerard Way's brother, Frankie Arrow, and Ray Toro. They have 4 albums and Conventional Weapons. Conventional Weapons is like a series of EPs they release that are the fragments of a scrapped album, but you can pretty much still listen to them like a short album. All of the albums and Conventional Weapons are very concept heavy. MCR loves their big themes and narratives.
Yes,
and
they do.
In my opinion, everything they've done is just so excellently crafted on every level.
It's very true. Also, Gerard Way is a really good writer. He writes for comics.
In 2002, it is an album about destruction, self-destruction, destructive love. It apparently features a loose storyline about like a Bonnie and Clyde type criminal couple called the Demolition Lovers. They go on adventures and ultimately die in a dramatic gunfight in the desert.
That tracks.
There's vampires involved.
That's true. Yep.
Loose storyline.
That tracks.
It's considered the most punk/hardcore of their albums. MCR's second album is called 3 Cheers for Sweet Revenge. It was released in 2004.
I love this album!
It is usually referred to as just Revenge. Revenge is just absolutely like the quintessential emo album.
Yes.
It's a lot less screamy and hardcore than Bullets. It's inching more towards pop punk. Therefore, it had a lot more mainstream success. It is in
There's a reason why I love this album.
It was originally intended as like a sequel to Bullets. Gerard had to say about it: "It's the story of a man and a woman who are separated by death in a gunfight. and he goes to hell only to realize by the devil telling him that she's alive. The devil says he can be with her again if he brings the devil the souls of 1,000 evil men, and the man agrees to do it, and so the devil hands him a gun. That was the idea behind the concept. The record ended up being much more about loss and real life than anything, so I would say it's a good split. MCR's third album is called The Black Parade. It was released in 2006. It is definitely
If we finish this video and we want to watch more, we can watch the what's its nuts, the Wendigoon video about Black Parade after this.
Dies and death comes to him in the form of the Black Parade.
Oh, so good.
Danger Days, The True Lives of the Fabulous Killjoys. It was released in 2010. And the story of it
I love this album.
Post-apocalyptic, futuristic year.
I'm gonna be saying that about every single album because I love MCR.
Danger Days character alter egos that they.
God, I love Gerard Way's Danger Days look. It looks so good.
It's bright.
It's like Candy Pop Mad Max. It's so good.
Always been heavily influenced by comics. I think he did write a comic.
Yes, he wrote Umbrella Academy.
Danger Days is widely seen as a betrayal of their previous
3-hour Pokemon Red Reaction? Maybe.
Way too much fun.
Perhaps.
Emos.
Probably not.
I'm a poser prep when I say Danger Days is my favorite.
We're all supposed to dress like that in 2019.
Like
so true, bestie.
My 13-year-old brain, and I think it rewired me permanently, and I can't go back and change that now, okay? In 2013, My Chemical Romance announced their breakup, and in 2014, they released their greatest hits album called May Death Never Stop You, and a song called Fake Your Death. We all believed they were really dead, though. And honestly, it seems like they did too. Gerard started focusing on his comics full-time. Probably his most well-known work is Umbrella Academy at this point. In 2019, MCR announced their return tour, and it was delayed twice. COVID! So the shows that were announced in 2019 and meant to happen in 2020 ended up happening in 2022, which means that people like my friend and I, who got tickets the day it was announced in 2019, had those tickets for 3 entire years.
That's what happened to King Meme and my friend the Feral Raccoon with the They Might Be Giants concert.
Reunion tours like this tend to go. We all get to go and relive this thing that we loved 10, 15, maybe even 20 years ago. And maybe it's a cash grab, but we don't care. On May 12th, 2022, 4 days before the tour was set to begin, with no hype, no warning, no hints, nothing.
Didn't they drop a new song?
MCR drops a new song.
Yes, they did.
It's called Foundations of Decay, and boys, it blows our tips.
I haven't listened to that, I don't think. I'm a fake fan.
It is about rebirth and regrowing from your decaying past and how to go on creating things even as you age and change. And Gerard Way witnessing 9/11. One very good Twitter post that I like about it says, "The line 'you must fix your heart' kills me because Gerard has talked for years about the trap of feeling like you need to be depressed to the point of crisis to produce good material that they fell down. This line and Foundations in general is a direct response to that mindset. Instead of tearing themselves open, Foundations is a song about Gerard reckoning with healing. Foundations is a song about shifting away from martyrdom and working towards rebuilding oneself, not in spite of, but alongside one's past."
Oh, is that what you're doing
user
there?
Girl Gerard, I am kissing you on the mouth. I think that sets the scene for what this tour so
An ice cream cake on hold since the beginning of the pancake. Did you really? That's so funny. Did you ever get it?
Never really stopped listening to them at any point. I've always really liked them, and I think I consider them one of my all-time favorite bands because they're one of the only bands that I like everything that they've ever done. They do not have a song that I do not like.
Yes.
I am a passionate
That's fair.
MCR enjoyer, is what I'm telling you.
Mm-hmm.
And Foundations of Decay is everything I could have ever possibly wanted. It doesn't sound that much like anything they've done in the past. It has a completely
I can't believe I haven't listened to it. I'm literally a fake fan.
Still them. It's just a perfect balance. It's flawless. That is when it became clear what was going on here. This tour isn't about them ripping their old stuff out of the grave as a cash grab. This is a fully formed new era.
I like her
MCR
lipstick. She's so pretty.
And then
oh, and her girlfriend is so freaking cute. Her girlfriend is like this super hard butch girl. Oh my god. Like, I like her girlfriend more than I like Strange. Strange's name is Taya. I can't remember her girlfriend's name though, but her girlfriend's freaking cute. I can show you guys the cat video after this, where her girlfriend makes an appearance. Her girlfriend's freaking cute.
It would have taken me so much longer to make this video without their work to go off. So
I feel really cringe for simping for Strange Aeon's girlfriend, but
gag. Gerard is wearing a green t-shirt with a black shirt on top and black jeans. This earthy tone of green definitely evokes that theme of rebirth, dying, rotting, being reclaimed by the earth, being born again. And I know you're thinking,
get really, to the cheerleader outfit.
That's how we're starting. We're overanalyzing a green t-shirt. Maybe Gerard.
It's like that one comic I keep posted with the tiny girl and her buff Gia. Yes, a little bit.
This
Except
screen
her
did
girlfriend
not
isn't
feature
like
so
buff
heavily in tour
butch.
outfits
She's just
as well
very
as the
like
tour's merch. I don't
very
think the
cool
green is
butch, you know?
insignificant here. The stage set that they perform in front of for every single show of this tour is like a post-apocalyptic decaying city. Probably
That tracks.
specifically post-nuclear apocalypse, given the band's history with that theme. But we'll come back around to that. During the show, Gerard yelled rats on stage a few times.
Sure. We're the rats! We stalk at night, we creep at night, we're the rats! We're the giant rat who makes all of the rules!
There's also a neon rat extermination sign displayed. The number on the sign, I believe, has a New Jersey area code, which is where the band is from. As the vermin crawls is, of course, a lyric from Foundations of Decay. Vermin, rats, decay,
is that cute?
Apocalypse. Okay,
is that cute? Do we like that little extra fluffy?
St. Austell, the drum says gag again. Gerard is wearing a green t-shirt layered with a black shirt and black jeans. Exact same outfit from last night, except now the t-shirt is spray painted with the word rats. May 19th, Milton Keynes, the drum says 1. Because this is the first show in Milton Keynes. And at this point, we kind of think we know where they're going with this thing, right? Rats? It's rats, right?
We're the rats.
In an all-white suit, splattered down the front with blood. There's blood on his face. He's wearing this white mask with cutouts and the Meta logo drawn on the forehead.
King.
One Tumblr post I particularly enjoy said, "This is the most unexpected shit they have ever pulled. The whole theme up until now has been swarm, rot, decay, and Miss Chemical Romance brings out her deranged clown cosplay. I can't cope." This look has officially been dubbed Meta Man. The red blood down the front, I think, is reminiscent of the iconic red tie look from the Revenge album era. That look, or those looks, the whole band had
just something about these fluffies on the ears just seem fine
were kept as stage
on
and worn a lot during shows around that time. It has also been
the sketch, but when I inked them, they just are a little too much.
There's definitely
I think I might
MCR motifs going on here, but just put that aside for a second.
I'm gonna adjust them.
Our prior MCR knowledge for a second. It is pretty blatant to splatter yourself in blood and write a company's logo on your face. According to an audience member, Gerard spoke on stage about how capitalism is evil, how companies shouldn't own your identity the way that Meta does.
He's so correct, though.
With real people and real faces, we don't want your metaverse. This was also the night of the Your Memory Will Carry On flag. Fans online compiled a list of names of everyone they knew who had been supposed to attend the MCR tour but had passed away over the pandemic. And then at this show, Gerard had
that's really sweet.
All of those names printed on it. Gerard also told a story of a stray cat that their family accidentally took in over the pandemic.
In the pandemic, she entered that room and came to live with us. And she brings us dead fucking rats.
Rats!
So we're back around to rats. May 21st, Milton Keynes. The drum says 2, as it is the second show in Milton Keynes. The shirt that Gerard is wearing here is kind of difficult to make out in a lot of the pictures, but people have identified it as the Lindsay unicorn shirt. It's a really ugly shirt with a unicorn and his wife's name on it. He's been wearing versions of it for years.
The Lindsay unicorn shirt.
This show was on her birthday, so it's just a little...
That's very sweet.
Her, I guess. Also during this show, Gerard and Ray kissed on stage. Those queer gender-bending emo boys have been known to partake of such a thing, although I believe it was Gerard and Frank who used to kiss on stage back in the day.
Yeah, sure, that tracks.
Gerard also said, people saw me come in with the weird outfit and thought, he's crazy, he's insane, he's unglued. And that might be the case, but I am free.
I've decided the trajectory of the stream I will now leave to leave.
22nd, Milton Keynes, the drum says, 3. Gerard and Frank wore matching t-shirts that said piss and vinegar.
Oh, first of all, you noticed our shirts.
Oh, that's cute. That's a reference to a Green Day song. I'm pretty sure. Also, just a phrase, a turn of phrase.
Before the show started that night, they played a National Geographic video called Rat Attack.
I'm loving the rat theming. I didn't even know about this. Smash that like button if you guys are also, like, into the Rat Attack.
Music from the original. I tracked it down on the National Geographic YouTube channel. May 24th.
That's
Dublin.
amazing.
The drum says nah.
But she could have been there for the rats. I was about to say, she would say Ratatouille, great movie.
I could not find any photos of this.
God,
they did
that's
find
so
a
funny.
Tumblr post that claimed that they had "Let's Go" written on their hand, which is very Danger Days. May 25th, Dublin. The drum says nah. Gerard is wearing black jeans, a black bomber jacket, and a camo shirt. Camo is that same earthy tone of green, and not to mention it's It's camo. It's
Do I
literal,
like the ear
nature. The use
fluffies?
of
I mean,
camo
you know what?
brings up a lot of other
What am I
thoughts for
saying?
me as well.
Fuck it, we
In the
ball.
context
It's not
of
sometimes we
MCR,
ball, maybe we'll
because
ball if we're careful. Fuck we ball.
military. Gerard has tweeted that he almost joined the military when he was younger, and it's clear that critiquing the military culture, hypermasculinity, and violence, and how these things often feel inextricable from American culture, these are themes that are very near and dear to MCR, especially on conventional weapons.
I like the ear fluff. I am telling myself I like it too.
There, which is called Gun, which is literally just about fucked up military culture. There's the Ghost of You music video, which is set in World War II.
God, Ghost
All
of
the
You
band
is
members play
powerful.
soldiers. Mikey dies. I actually need you to remember that. I need you. The fact that Mikey dies in the Ghost of You music video is actually relevant lore to the 2022 tour, so
it's true.
keep that in your brain pockets. So
so true, yeah.
You can read into it in the context of
hot emo goth
tour
scene
themes,
soapbox reaction
in
stream.
the context of
Nah, man,
MCR's
we're doing
long
art and chill
history
for the
critiquing
foreseeable
military.
future
You can also
until my
go
life gets back on track.
military, war, nuclear apocalypse, decay.
I mentioned this
themes.
briefly last time, but you remember how I was doing all those fun streams, all the fun games, the fun ideas? Yeah, that's not happening anymore. This is what we're getting. This is what we're doing. This is my life.
Cardiff, the drum says, sit, stay, beg. Gerard is wearing black jeans, a black shirt, and this weird neck scarf situation.
This feels like a
I think is one of the merch shirts.
What's the My Immortal reference? The way she's describing Gerard's clothes.
Cool. May 28th, Glasgow, the drum says King Mob. King Mob is a character from the Invisibles comics, largely considered to be a self-insert of the author Grant Morrison. Gerard is obviously very into the comic world, being an author himself. The outfit for tonight, honestly, I don't know if calling an outfit.
Life back on track? What's that look like?
It's more of a look. It's a look.
She does like referencing that. She did do a 2-hour
totally
My Immortal reading stream.
Is visibly saturated with this like motor.
Which anime movie are you hoping for most?
Grime.
Elemental, Wish, Ruby Gilman, Spider-Verse, Migration, or Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? Spider-Verse.
Familiar.
Everything else doesn't really interest me all that much. Ruby Gilman looks cute, but like...
June 1st, Paris. The drum says, thank you for the venom, but in French. Gerard is wearing black jeans and a Mickey Mouse t-shirt with a black shirt.
Sorry, I'm grunking. I have shit in my nose.
Rotterdam. The drum says, Happy Halloween. Gerard is wearing a brown flannel over a Metallica t-shirt and black jeans. June 4th, Bologna. The drum says, Mosquito. I dare say MCR has their history with a bloodsucker or two. Gerard is wearing a The Germs t-shirt, which is a 70s punk band that I admittedly had not heard of before this. June 6th, Munich. The drum has
It's okay, you can admit not knowing things about music. I've been admitting that I'm a fake MCR fan like constantly on this stream.
Cat's rage is beautiful, burning with pure cat flame, all its hair standing up and crackling blue sparks, eyes blazing and sputtering. William S. Burroughs. I love that. I want to know exactly how much Gerard's feral cat and its bloodlust for rats has informed this tour. Gerard Way, Tumblr girl, and cat lady and freak confirmed. That night they were wearing black jeans and a t-shirt. June 7th, Budapest.
I love hearing about Gerard Way's cat.
Gerard is wearing a black t-shirt with another shirt layered on top and black booty shorts.
Yes,
lost
King.
their mind about this, but it's actually not a new thing for them at all.
Yeah.
Danger Days era Gerard was definitely into some booty shorts. Back in the day, there was a handful of songs that were cut from Danger Days that the band nonetheless really liked and thought had a particularly grimy
Do you know about
vibe
Sony
to them,
Animation's
but they made it into this short EP
adult animated
by a
movies? 2 of them are directed by
fictional
Gendy.
band called Mad Gear and
Yes,
Missile Kid.
I've
Apparently
heard
they were
about
planning to
those,
play
but I haven't
small
gotten a lot of
shows in
information
clubs
on
and
them.
bars in character as Mad Gear and Missile Kid, and there's a 2010 interview where Gerard says that booty shorts would be a mandatory uniform for these shows. Someone else pointed out on Twitter that these are perhaps not just any booty shorts, but in fact military silkies. God damn, Gerard has a brand. June 9th, Warsaw. The drum is bearing an unknown paragraph of writing taped to it. I've seen someone on Tumblr claim that it is the lyrics to Foundations of Decay, but I am not sure. Gerard is wearing this army green bag.
The screenshots on one of them, one of the films called Dark Knight. That's really cool. I like that.
Have latched onto the idea of it
anything that Gendy Tartakovsky makes, I like. I even like Hotel Transylvania. It's like watching, NASA make a clown car. It's awesome.
Prague. The drums say, My God, the Shadows, which is a reference to the comic series The Crow. Gerard is wearing a black t-shirt and jeans. People did notice that the shirt was inside out, though. June 12th, Berlin. The drum has a printed out piece of paper taped to it again. It says, What did one toilet say to the other? You look a bit flushed, which is a pretty stupid joke. And you know who's known to tell stupid jokes from time to time? Clowns. It's clowns. There is zero precedent
Clown
for
outfit.
clowns in the known MCU.
Dude, Hotel Transylvania is good,
Unless
and
you
not just
count
because Mavis
that
is
tweet
hot.
where Gerard
Mavis
said
being
that they
hot
almost
does
joined
help
the
a lot with
military,
that movie,
because the
though.
second option
Also
is
love that they
clown
made her a
school.
MILF,
There's
but they
also
didn't
a
make
bit
her
of an
look like a
aesthetic
MILF.
similarity to
Very
Gerard's Freddie
bold
Poison
character
mask in Danger
choice.
Days. It's yellow, it's a little bit clowny. At shows prior to this one, audience members report Gerard saying things like, "My friends, you are at the fucking carnival," and every day it's like a clown village.
I have never seen this band have more fun than they're having on this fucking tour.
I'm so glad they're having a good time. I missed something. Oh, well, we're talking about Gendy
Every day
Karkovsky
it's
now.
like Clown Village.
So perhaps this is what the clown costume is meant to represent, just the fun and joy that this tour has brought everyone. June 14th, Stockholm. The Drum has a photo printed out and taped onto it of the band The Eagles playing on the same stage in 1977. Gerard is wearing skeleton face paint, which is very Black Parade, has Take It Easy written on their hand, which is the name of a song by The Eagles. They're wearing an army green raincoat with Doug spray painted onto it. Doug is Doug McKean, MCR's producer, who worked on everything from Black Parade in 2006 through Foundations in 2022. People have said this was a tribute to Doug as he passed away recently. However, he actually passed away 6 weeks after this show from a random brain hemorrhage, and they did do a show that was much more blatantly a tribute to him after he passed away, but
Oh, that's rough.
at the time of
Imagine
this show,
someone
it was
you worked
just a
with that
little-
closely for years, just,
little
kicking it. That's
appreciation
rough.
of their, at the time, alive producer. June 17th, Bon. The Drum says, "It's a wonderful life." Gerard is wearing a pink button-down shirt, black jeans, and sunglasses. June 18th,
That's a
Bon.
cute look.
The Drum says,
That's
"Go
like
hard,
Mr.
go
Peanut
home."
Butter Core.
Gerard is wearing another button-down shirt. I think it's the same pink one as the night before, but it might be white. It's hard to tell from the lighting in a lot of these photos. People have speculated that this pink shirt is the Metaman shirt, having gone through the wash. I don't know what would be the significance of doing that, but
The Metaman shirt through the wash, that's pretty
I'm
good.
not sure I agree, but people have said it. August 20th, we have now entered the US portion of the tour. We are in Oklahoma City. The Drum says big death energy. Gerard is wearing clown face paint with an otherwise normal outfit, including a camo jacket. August 21st, San Antonio. The Drum says live,
The other
laugh,
adult
launch.
animateds are called
Launch as
Fix,
in
Bubble,
some
and
kind of
K-pop
weapon,
Demon
some kind of
Hunters.
missile,
That looks
some
like
kind of
fun.
nuclear. You get it. The girls have a brand. Gerard is wearing all black. August 23rd, Nashville. The Drum says, "I bet it was you." Gerard is wearing this green and white vintage cheerleader outfit. with
Yes,
flowers on
the
front
cheerleader
to the way.
outfits!
It is an actual vintage cheerleader outfit. Gerard's costume
God.
designer, Marina Toybina, said, "Originally it was a women's size 4, but we were able to completely take it apart and recreate it for stage." This is the outfit from the tour that probably got the most attention online.
Oh, I
can't
love the
connect it to
cheerleader
the
outfit.
MCR canon in a very obvious way. I mean, it's green.
Hey, Mr. Boar, how
But
you
that's
doing? Welcome to the
obviously not why
stream.
people were
We're reacting
so
to this
crazy
video
about this
essay
outfit.
by
I think a lot of
Strange
fans saw
Aeons.
Gerard as just theatrical, yes, but still at the end of the
And
day, this like
we're drawing a
all
Furby.
black wearing cis band dude. There is a degree to which
I've been
costumes
dinking
and
around
makeup
Hero
do
Forge
not
all night, and I
necessarily
finally
take
made
away
a
from
version of
band
my
members'
D&D character I'm
cis
okay with.
straightness,
Nice!
because there's a degree to which that is just expected.
I
from
made
the
a couple
genre.
Hero Forge
It doesn't really
characters,
interfere with people's
but I've
perception
never
of
really
Gerard
like
as
done
just a
anything with
normal
them. I
guy.
actually like
The
that.
cheerleader costume obviously takes it to a degree that is not expected.
Haven't seen them in
It's
so long,
new, it's
right?
bold,
They
it's
did a
amazing
tour
because it does not
recently
leave that room
last
for cis straight
year,
fans to be
and
like,
Strange
"It's
Aeons is
fine, he's
chronicling
just
it for
emo."
us,
This is
which is
some
very
blatant
interesting.
gender fuckery. If it's about breaking down archetypes, I guess you could say the cheerleader is like the pinnacle of the attractive, desirable, socially successful girl. Very all-American, almost a patriotic symbol. Very much
Yep.
the opposite of the emo weirdos in the corner. The
Yes.
cheerleader is the antithesis of the way Gerard Way would usually be perceived. I say usually because a lot of fans did see this coming and did see him as a queer icon long before this tour. There's always,
I mean, Gerard Way, like,
since the very
is
beginning, been queer
non-binary,
stuff in MCR
so,
lyrics.
like,
Gerard has
And,
been
like,
openly non-binary.
that whole
and
line is
used
very
they
trans,
pronouns
yes.
Since 2015. I know that I'm probably
Hold on, I got stuff in my nose. I gotta blow my
rapidly
nose.
pingponging pronouns this entire video. Gerard has talked about having a lot of
Nose?
gender
What
confusion in
nose,
their
Junior?
youth. They
Yuki,
never
shut up.
identified much with masculinity and liked to experiment with more feminine modes of expression, which I will remind you was not an easy or casual thing to do a few decades ago. And the current
Yep.
conclusion to all of this gender introspection that Gerard has done is non-binary using he and they pronouns, but it is
Thank
clear that
you.
they definitely
This
still
is
feel like
Toon
he connected to
Yuki. It's
femininity
like
and
an
to the
alternate
trans
VTuber
community.
model I
August
made for
24th,
myself.
Cincinnati.
I have a
The Drum
high-res
says,
model,
"Smile
but
with
it's
your
probably
eyes."
never gonna get
Gerard is
rigged,
wearing a green
because I
shirt and
intimidated
black jeans.
myself out
August
of working on
26th,
it.
Rayleigh, the Drum says free bugs. Get it?
Free
Like,
bugs?
free hugs, the emo/scene slogan of old. So they're building on that bug theme. There's swarm written all over the merch. Gerard was wearing that shirt with the
When are
bug
we
on
when
it
are we
that said,
getting more
"Drink,
rats?
Kiss, kiss blood." There was mosquito written on the drums before. Vermin and creepy crawlies, they're everywhere. One Tumblr post that I enjoy
I'm a
says,
vermin and a creepy
"Personally, I think
crawly."
if this concept is anything, it's like Gerard's continuous philosophy that rock music is about fans eating rock stars alive. They're not the bugs, girl. We're the bugs." That night, Gerard was wearing camo booty shorts and a white t-shirt with a bug on it. This show, August 26th, is
I wanna be a
also
bug.
the first
I think being a
instance
bug
of
would be
them playing
cool.
Everybody Hates the Eagles. Oh my god, it's a new song, you're thinking. Yesn't? So back in the Danger Days era, at shows they used to play what they called noise jam. It was like a 40-second-ish break between songs, and it sounded like this.
Okay, so they just rearranged one of their instrumental breaks, basically. That's cool.
So they're doing it again. Only now it has lyrics. I will say Everybody Hates the Eagles doesn't sound identical to Danger Days era Noise Jam, but it is very, very similar. According to people who were at this show, Gerard was reading the lyrics off of a piece of paper. That's how new they were. The fun
That's
thing
so
is,
funny. I
though,
love that.
every time they have played this song since, the lyrics have been different.
Ooh.
Not entirely different. I mean, it's...
So I guess it's like a work in progress type
subtle
thing.
Changes over the course of months. They would usually just like rearrange a few words or change a few lines between shows. Obviously, between August, the first time they played it, and March, the end of the tour, like
Is that good? Do we like that?
Of the song,
Is that
but
anything?
the changes were very gradual. I do really hope that they release like a final official version. I think it's a great song.
I don't like
Would
that,
love
actually.
to listen to it with not super crunchy audio that somebody recorded on a phone from the back of the theater. We don't know what the final lyrics are going to be. We don't even know what the final title is going to be. It's probably not going to be Everybody Hates the Eagles. And like, what would that even mean? Everybody Hates the Eagles. Why would it be called Everybody Hates the Eagles?
Eagles as like a symbol of Americana, bald eagle.
There's that show
maybe
with a picture of the Eagles taped to the drum, and
but I mean,
taking
like,
on Gerard's
Eagles,
hand.
the band, has
also
already been referenced,
Take It Easy and
so
other songs
that's
by the Eagles.
yeah.
We know from interviews that Frank does in fact hate the Eagles. However, others have suggested that it has another meaning as well. Eagles as in symbol of America and the American military. And maybe they did do it consciously, but also maybe they didn't. Maybe they just hate the Eagles. I think they've made enough references to
You're
the
not a
Eagles,
creepy
the
crawly,
band,
you're a
that
cutie crawly. No,
might just be it.
you.
But again, that might
No,
not even
you.
make it into the final
Listen, if you
version
saw
of the
me at the
song.
end of your bed at
That
3
line,
a.m., what would
Everybody
you
Hates
do?
the
Would you say,
Eagles, in the lyrics, they've changed so many
"Aww,"
times.
or would
Like,
you say,
it's
"How did you get in my
Everybody Gets
house?"
the Eagles, everybody dies in the cathedral, like, this song could be anything. August 27th, Elmont. The drum says, "Get in the chair." Gerard is wearing a black shirt, camo booty shorts, and this transparent mask.
It's like a
thing
face
that's
mask.
giving me very Patrick Bateman skincare routine. I have not been the only one to think that or to say that online.
Yeah.
But I don't know 100% if that's what it's supposed to be. August 29th, Philadelphia. The drum says "Bloom." Gerard is wearing a black t-shirt that says "Pool Boy at the Vampire Mansion," camo booty shorts.
Pool Boy at the Vampire Mansion! I love that.
Vampires in the MCR canon. Vampires will
If I saw
never
anything at the end of my bed in the middle of the night, I'd be terrified. See,
money.
exactly.
Their
It doesn't matter how
vampire
cute it
always
is.
kind of, to
Plus, maybe
me,
it's like your
feels
dog, and your
drawing on
dog's
very
supposed to be
classic
there.
Vampires, blood and violence and seduction and drama. I'm obsessed with this look because it's like, yeah, this little wet guy, he's part of the vampire lore too. A pool boy. I want this shirt. I would like to wear this shirt in public.
That's really good. I like that.
Mom says "Manhunt." Gerard is wearing camo booty shorts for the 4th night in a row. How many pairs of these do you think he has? September 1st,
5.
Uncasville, the drum says "Host Organism." Gerard is wearing this black graphic tee that I can't really make out the design on, to be honest. A black jacket and black shorts. They're also wearing these green striped socks that match the cheerleader outfit, black gloves, and that transparent mask again. So the gloves, the socks, and the mask are all components of other outfits, other more put together outfits that it seems like they kind of just
saw a
threw
potato
on.
at the end of your bed. Would you be
September 2nd,
terrified?
Montreal, the drum says, "I only have eyes for
What was my
you."
favorite
Gerard is wearing
band
a black
growing
button-up
up?
shirt with exactly
I really like Panic at the Disco. I really like Fall Out Boy.
Personally,
I really like
Heroes by
MCR,
Lady of Sorrows,
obviously.
which in canon is like a main
Those are
scenario
like my
where
legacy
protagonist
bands that
very
I've
centered
liked
around her
for
sorrows
years and
to
years
deal
and
with the
years
death
and
of Jesus,
years.
and it's pretty fun,
I also
to be
have a
honest.
secret
Our Lady of
fave
Sorrows is often
that
portrayed
I
with tears
will
on her cheeks,
not
and a
admit
very
to liking in
common
public.
miracle
You guys will never learn.
miracle that is reported
Mine is Queen and
happening
Kiss.
is
Oh, Kiss
statues
is
of
really
Mary
good. I
that
like
cry,
Kiss.
including some that
I'm not a
cry
fan of like
blood.
Kiss's
Maybe
music,
it's
but I am a fan of
far-fetched,
like what they
but I
did
will
for the
remind you
rock
that Our
scene.
Lady of Sorrows is the
Love
name of the song
Queen,
on Bullets.
love Freddie
September 4th,
Mercury for gay
Toronto, the
reasons
drum
because
says
I'm
back in the
extremely
cage. Gerard is
homosexual.
wearing a skeleton bodysuit and face paint. Pretty straightforward Black
Very
Parade
adorable.
era throwback, I think. September 5th, Toronto. Again, the drum says back in the cage. Again, only this time it has Shure spray paint.
Did you get scared
over it.
easily? So
This
I
is
love
the
Panic at
show
the
that
Disco.
I
Oh
was
man.
at. My friends and I had general
We can do a
admission
Panic at
tickets,
the
so we
Disco
were
at some
a few
point.
meters from the
Panic at the
stage.
Disco
It
sing
was
along at some
spectacular,
point later this
vibrating
week
with
if you guys are into it.
anticipation,
I've been
waiting
meaning to
see if
listen
Gerard's gonna
to
come out. Obviously, with every
Vices and Virtues
music,
again.
even if he comes out in a green t-shirt, it's still going to be an amazing show, but we're hoping for something spicy. The band starts coming out on stage, and we're all trying to get a good look, and then I hear somebody in the crowd somewhere adjacent to us go,
Giving the furry Vegeta
"He
hair, I
has a
see.
tail."
He
He's
has a-
wearing
he has a
pants
tail!
with loose scoop neck off the shoulder, like floaty mom.
Oh my
kinda black
God!
top, all black Converse, aviator glasses,
He's a
ears,
kitty!
tail, and drawn-on whiskers. I want
He's
to
wearing,
tell you
like,
personally,
old
my first
vintage
experience,
Halloween
I was just in my
costumes.
eyeballs. By the
With
end
the
of the night,
skeleton and now
he
the
had
kitty
sweat
cat.
off all of the whiskers and just was so damp. The cat costume makes total sense to me. Gerard's cat, the rats. Somebody also pointed out that their first EP ever, which was released a couple days before Bullets, actually featured a black cat on the cover.
Yeah.
September 7th, Boston.
Oh,
The drum
God.
says spooky. Gerard is wearing
How do you feel
black
about Foster's
morph
home
suit and
getting a
black sweater.
what?
The rough face and huge black eyes feels like a
I don't know how I
familiar
feel about
look
that
on
because
Gerard.
Foster's is like one of my
Jason
favorite
Black
shows of all
Parade
time.
Look, but I think this makeup look is clearly referencing the movie Black Swan. As
I'm sorry,
you
hold on.
know,
I'm gonna
I
pause the
found a
video
Tumblr
really
post
quick
analyzing this
because
that
I
I'd like to read
want
for
to post
you.
something to you guys really quick. I've had a brain bunny in my head for a while. You know, I mentioned in the State of the Yuki address, it's a video I did at the beginning of this year, where I said, hey, I'm gonna make videos this year, and then I haven't made a video yet this year. I've had a brain bunny bouncing around in my head. I want to make a episode pitch for Foster's about an OC I've come up with, which is a really fun idea I came up with. The whole concept of this character is it's a girl and it's her imaginary friend, right? But they look like identical twins and you don't know who the imaginary friend is until, you know, it's revealed at the end of the episode. So the whole plot of the episode would be like this conspiracy. So I'm thinking like the episode would start with Mac and Blue meeting this character, and they're like, "Oh, wow, you're an adult and you're really cool." And this character's like, "Yeah, I am really cool. And I have an imaginary friend too, even though I'm an adult." And then they meet the imaginary friend, or it's something like I'm still plot buddying this, right? I'm still plot buddying this, but basically, they know that one of them is an imaginary friend. But they don't know who the imaginary friend is because the girl and her friend look like identical twins, and it's a whole conspiracy theory kind of episode. I'm thinking about maybe either doing some detective vibes, which I know Foster's has done like old detective movie parodies before, but that's the vibe I'm thinking, right? I just think that'd be really fun. Anyway, yeah, that I just wanted to throw that out there. Is that anything? Is that anything anyone is interested in? Because this has been bouncing around in my brain. So, yeah. Do you know Lizzo? Yeah, I know Lizzo. Lizzo's pretty cool. I like Lizzo because she is a hashtag icon. Also, I just slammed an entire huge smoothie. I really have to pee, so I'm gonna go on BRB really quick. Oh, you guys get to see the new BRB screen. The new BRB screen is, I changed it up a little bit, so hold on. Do you like it? Do you like the BRB screen? Look at him go! Okay, I'm gonna go pee really quick. I'll be right back. sit down in your little bed. Thank you. The animal attack. Hello, I'm back. Did you miss me? Sound off in chat if you missed me. Ugh. Anyway. Hi. Thank you. I'm so glad you missed me. Mwah. Okay, I also got a water, so sippy juice. Okay, back to whatever this is.
Black Swan is a provocative tale of perfectionism and self-destruction, female sexuality, and transformation, but the thing I want to focus on is transformation and the evolution of My Chemical Romance. I think Gerard's interpretation of Black Swan mimics Nina Sayer's transformation, it's the protagonist of Black Swan, in many ways. He's no longer forced to conform to a label, an album era, tour pressure, homophobia, and transphobia. Foundations of Decay also explores this idea of rejecting the foundations of who they used to be. They aren't the same performers anymore.
Guess what? Chicken butt.
The flesh of their old selves have decayed and become reborn into something new entirely. Just like Nina, Gerard was sick of being the white swan forever tied to this idea of conformity, self-restriction, and fear of discrimination. I'm totally down with that interpretation. I think it nicely articulates the suspicions that a lot of fans have about why Gerard would
Oh, you get to see Lizzo live? Cool!
September 8th,
But those tickets were expensive. She's like an icon.
Which really sounds
saved
like
up for it. Awesome. I hope that you have a really fun time.
Easily find anything. So that night, Gerard
kind of dumb how Cartoon Network keeps rebooting stuff.
Brooklyn, the drum says,
yeah, I mean, according to Craig McCracken, he has pitched 13 original series to Netflix, and they all got rejected because networks only want reboots now. They don't want to take risks on new properties.
For some reason, I have not written down what city this was in. The drum says sick. Oh, you're sick? Don't worry, Nurse Gerard is here. They're wearing a vintage nurse outfit, kind of similar to the ones worn in the Nurses in the Black Parade music video. For good measure, though, I did Google, like, World War II era nurse outfits, and most of the results I found were these, like, British Red Cross nurse outfits. But the American ones from this era that I was able to find look quite a lot like Gerard's nurse outfit.
Yeah, that tracks for Gerard.
Be another military reference.
It's like 11 o'clock right now. Yeah, no problem. Thanks for coming by and hanging out with us. This is like when we usually stream. I'll probably be on at this time tomorrow. All goes according to plan.
September 15th, St. Paul. The drum says, "Sounds fun, I'm in." Gerard is wearing a Hawaiian shirt and sunglasses. Which
have you heard of Galactic Kids Next Door? It was supposed to be a continuation of the original Kids Next Door. Wow.
I'm not sure what's significant.
I don't know how I feel about that because the way the Kids Next Door ended, that feels very odd. Because like the whole point, like apparently number one's girlfriend in the original Kids Next Door is an alien, and she recruited him for like the secret era of Kids Next Door. At the last episode, it's fucking weird. Kids Next Door is a weird show.
First people went, well, let me tell you, and opened the most obscene conspiracy can of why Gerard has always been obsessed with the Kennedys. How there's reference to it in Danger Days, in the Umbrella Academy comics. Okay, this fucked me up. They did this photo shoot with their wife, which is reenacting the Kennedy assassination, but also looks a lot like the Three Cheers for Sweet Revenge cover to me. So
I did not know about this Kennedy obsession.
Cover always kind of inspired by the Kennedy assassination too? And then there was this one Reddit commenter who was like, yeah, obviously it's Jackie Kennedy. I mean, he had a bullet wound to his head last night. He's Jackie Kennedy tonight. Okay, fine. I believe you guys. It's Jackie
That's so
Kennedy.
funny.
September 18th, Alpharetta, the drum says, you got the job. Gerard is wearing khaki pants, this red kind of cropped top, red pattern.
I love the red crop top.
I'd say there's supposed to be some kind of professional woman, a teacher, a secretary, something like that. Given that the Jackie Kennedy outfit appears at first as an unassuming MILF, I was sure that this was a reference to something, a recreation of some outfit from history, but I could not find anything specific, nor could my sources. September 20th, Newark. The drum says off leash. Okay. Gerard is wearing a black bodysuit with. Why
doesn't Cartoon Network make Glax Candy? They rebooted Foster's and Powerpuff Girls. Why not Candy? I don't know, man. I wish that networks would start doing more original properties, though. Wander Over Yonder is probably one of my favorite shows of all time, and that was like an original property, and it got canceled way before its time, and I'm
basically
forever
being
going to be
that
mad about it.
the odds have to be against the customers for the casino to profit. Turn that into a whole metaphor for capitalism and you're golden. That night, Gerard is wearing a sparkly gold tux. People have come up with a number of explanations, but it seems most likely that he just wanted to look extra dapper that night, given that they performed a Frank Sinatra cover. September 23rd, Dover. The drum has a print of some flowers taped onto it. Gerard is wearing a white button-up shirt with a black skirt and a red necktie. People usually refer to this outfit as the flight attendant or the teacher. Again, some kind of a professional.
Is this a vector layer? Nah, I'm just using a regular layer. I'm not doing anything fancy.
Maybe these aren't costumes at all. September 24th, sunrise. The drum says, "Where are you?" Gerard is a sheet ghost. The huge black eye holes
Love it.
once again kind of resemble the Black Parade face paint to me, and as dumb and costumey as a sheet ghost is, once again reflecting those themes of death, haunting the afterlife that are very present.
Also Americana, that's a very classic Halloween costume as we've seen with the other
To
ones.
get some inspiration, the band actually stayed in the Paramore estate, which is like a known haunted location in LA. The album was partially written and recorded in the haunted house, and apparently the band experienced a lot of haunting. The song Sleep is about the night terrors that Gerard experienced while staying.
You mentioned Galactic Kids Next Door would make great merch, and air reruns of the original candy, and you can build it up. I mean, that makes sense. I'm wondering if maybe they don't have the rebroadcast rights, though, because it's been so long since it originally aired. That's something that happens. You only have rights to air something from X time to X time, you know?
The drum says, "Feeling good."
God.
Gray dress with a cardigan. Simple, unassuming, vintage women's wear. It's a recreation of an outfit that Charles Manson's followers wore to court. Hashtag
Cringe.
blogger, hashtag femininity, hashtag coquette, hashtag female manipulator, hashtag tradfem. MCR has obviously extensively critiqued masculinity in the past, in the way they present themselves on stage, in their lyrics, etc. We know. But somebody needs to write at length about how Gerard is examining femininity in this tour. We have these general archetypes.
That's really powerful.
The nurse, the teacher, the flight attendant, the cheerleader, but also specific women, Jackie Kennedy, Black Swan character, the Manson family girls, women who are close to tragedy, who are traumatized, who are fucked up, but who are also highly mythologized. How these women can represent perfection and strength and achievement and many other ideals of American society, but also have this dark truth underneath. How the media and society, like, pick at them.
Have you heard of the Disney upcoming show? Haley's on it. I haven't, actually.
Beauty and darkness. And of course Gerard would be interested in figures like that because of his whole thing about how
perhaps is my resolution then? Yeah, I'm drawing at like, I'm drawing at like a really big resolution because this is going to be turned into a merch print. So that's probably it.
Brought up Swan Lake music. So Gerard is wearing a t-shirt featuring a screen cap from a 1987 movie called Full Metal Jacket, which is about,
"You will be a weapon. You will be a minister of death, praying for war."
Yeah, that tracks.
Yeah, that checks out. October 2nd, Portland. The drum says Athena.
Being an anime fan is a double-edged sword. Those DVDs and Blu-ray hold value like you wouldn't believe. Yeah,
I want to watch you turn into a
I've seen that.
werewolf.
I've seen the scalpers prices on certain Blu-rays.
Gerard started out wearing this white long-sleeve shirt, which seems like some kind of band merch. I'm not sure. And then part of the way through, it changed into a Twilight Team Edward t-shirt and a camo jacket.
A Team Edward shirt.
Pattinson hot and praised his performance in Batman. And then the band played Vampire Money. And to appreciate why this is amazing, I need to take you back to 2005.
Is it like 50K by 40K? No, I'm at like 2K by 2K at like 300 DPI. What?
Specifically, she used them as inspiration for writing Jacob's End.
Whenever someone says Full Metal Jacket, I keep thinking they're gonna say Full Metal Alchemist. No, you're just a weeb.
I am imagining this MCR song about New Moon that never existed to be something akin to what like Paramore's Decode was for the first movie. MCR declined to write a song for New Moon. Their variety of creatures and vampires
does not fit.
Align with Twilight.
Does not align with Twilight at all.
Wasn't really authentic to who they were. Wasn't really what they wanted to do. They were offered.
I'm using you're insane.
They still refused.
My computer can't run that. Also, like, unless you're printing fucking billboards, that's excessive. You don't need to do that.
Witnessing 9/11.
Are you printing a billboard? No? Then you don't need to do that.
And to start MCR.
300 is plenty for most printings.
That makes this horrible meme True. October 5th, Auckland, the drum is...
Have you seen the Owl House finale?
I found a
Please no Owl House spoilers. I'm
I'm
not caught up yet.
Formative influence Watchmen
Future-proofing? Okay, yeah, that makes
I
sense.
was just discovering The Misfits Walk Among Us. I was reading the first chapter of the graphic novel Watchmen. It's the thing I can pinpoint that shaped my views and aesthetics, even down to the way that I dressed at the time. Not that I walked the hallways in a stained brown trench coat, but I definitely chose more antisocial articles of clothing like an army jacket. So I would definitely say it's pretty important to me and the band. It also occurred to me that if not JFK, the forehead bullet wound in past outfit that I just mentioned could be a Watchmen reference instead, especially since this seems to be otherwise.
Didn't Rorschach get shot in the head at the end of Watchmen? I haven't read Watchmen in forever.
With the potential of nuclear apocalypse.
Yeah, you're
Else,
insane.
I would say that Watchmen is about
4
how
solid state drives?
humans
That's
try and
insane.
exist with, cope with.
Sounds
and
expensive
control
too.
Inhuman powers.
I can't afford
and all of
that.
The existential horror that implies. Yeah, I definitely see how this was a formative influence on MCR. That night, Gerard is wearing a gray button-down shirt, black jeans, and sunglasses. October 7th, Vegas, the drum says...
I like how this is 90% just explaining Gerard Way's outfits.
The rose in the pocket, the black and red aesthetic, the rose being
Didn't
a
mean to
very
do that.
romantic symbol.
What the hell? I did not click that.
To me. October 8th, Sacramento, the drum says, choke me. Gerard is wearing a t-shirt
Hot.
printed with the word scabs, all capitalized.
The SSCs are actually really cheap, really? Huh.
Scabs. October 11th, Inglewood, the drum says 1. Because this is the first of, in fact, 5 shows in Inglewood. You'll see these 5 shows called the LA shows a lot. I think Inglewood is like, it's in the greater LA area. The way that I'm referring to these shows is by the city name that it says on the official tour list. That night, Gerard is wearing the cheerleader outfit. You know what? You're right. You're completely right. We did want to see it again. This time it comes with a snazzy matching jacket. And a flamethrower.
Hell yeah!
He just got out a flamethrower and threw some flames.
Hey, lmao! Nice to meet you, Alphys. How you doing?
They played over half of their first album, Bullets. October 12th, Inglewood, the drum says 2. People noticed that while they played a lot of material from their first album, at the first show, they likewise played a lot of material from Revenge at this show. At which point people started to go, okay, so there's 4 MCR albums. 2 more left to go. But there's 3 more LA shows to go. Obviously, they did not end up dropping a 5th album at the 5th LA Inglewood show, but this is just where people's brains were going at the time. That night,
that would have been really cool if they did, though.
Little sheep with a white collar and a black necktie.
First episode of Unicorn Warriors Eternal is going to air either the 4th or the 5th, but I can't remember. Oh, cool.
On in this tour. October 14th.
Oh, it's going to be on Adult Swim. Nice. I am very hyped.
I'm
waiting for the next season of Smiling Friends, though. I love Smiling Friends.
Here. It's not a shitty printed out photo taped onto it. It's fully, like, covering the drum.
That's cute. That looks good.
Post making the very specific claim that this is a photo of Doug McKean in a ghillie suit in a recording studio. I don't know why that would be an image or even a situation that would exist. However, I don't have a better idea. By this point in the tour, Doug had passed away. This is the show that heavily incorporated material from their 3rd album, Black Parade. The album that is about death. Pretty safe to say. The drum is a picture of Doug. The show is dedicated to Doug. That night, Gerard was
my PC looks like a 10-year-old old school PC, but it has sound card Wi-Fi. Oh, so you've like just upgraded this like old school PC. That's really funny. Very aesthetic.
1931 film portrayed by Bela Lugosi Dracula.
I was hoping Warriors Eternal would have aired on daytime Cartoon Network because I'm just craving mature kids shows right now. Yeah, there needs to be something that's kind of like this generation's As Told by Ginger. You know, As Told by Ginger was like very much for kids, but it was gearing towards a middle school, high school crowd instead of, you know, elementary school.
Costumes from that album or rehashing literally any of the visuals.
They'll never know. Like a catfish.
What that album is. He is so smart. I love you, Gerard. Bullets, an album about alienating painful loneliness that sparked the band's origins, is a cheerleader bearing a torch. Revenge is about love and loss, and venomous femininity and violence is Princess Diana. Black Parade is literally devoted to a friend who was lost and whose memory will carry on. Danger Days is in any of the characters Gerard sunk into during that period of time, and is the original campy bloodsucker, dragging all of those albums into 2022 by the roots of their hair. I love it. I wanted to poke a little deeper into why vampires feel so central to MCR. And I ended up finding this interesting Tumblr post talking about the song Vampires Will Never Hurt You. Vampires is about the early signs of Gerard's alcoholism and how he felt he was wasting his life. It's a desperate
Have you seen Ghost and Molly McGee? I have
Someone
not.
Save my soul tonight, but also the cry of someone who feels caged by an inevitability. Vampires represents the turning point.
Not breathing while talking. I'm an alien. I don't need to breathe.
Rather than waste away in idleness, he would either change his life or die. Struck down before our prime, he screams while asking us, the listeners, if we are prepared to take his life. The song hinges itself not on the concept of being saved, but rather in asking us to evaluate what we're doing there. Can you stake my heart? He asks the audience, forcing them to consider their role in the narrative. He wants us to question the reasons why this music resonates with us, and what we plan to do with the emotions it raises. And I agree. Vampires are an extremely powerful study in the way that we confront otherness, both in ourselves and in others. They're transformed, they're uncanny, they're not really alive or dead, and therefore they force us to look at the very existential question of what is alive. October 17th, Inglewood, the drum says 5. This is the 5th show. We have run out of albums to theme the shows around. And yeah, the show was not themed around any particular album. However, the implication of a space there. A 5th spot on the lineup existing to be filled. Gerard is wearing a skull and crossbones shirt.
Yeah,
which
okay, that's
people have
something.
pointed out seems
Ghost
to
of
be
Molly
a
McGee had an
replica of
episode
the
about
iconic one worn by
periods.
Misfits
Oh,
singer Danzig
cool.
in the 80s. So
Well,
yeah,
that's good. It's good to
a
like
little homage to
demystify that
music from
for
history.
young
This is also the
kids
show where the band
who
threw little
like
plastic
are either
lizards
on the
into the
cusp of
audience.
puberty or maybe they're
Lizards are a bit
having
of a creepy
changes
crawly
to
one,
their
but I
body
guess
that they
the
don't
date
quite
was
understand.
October
Having it in an
24th.
accessible
We were nearing the
way
end of the
is
US
important.
leg of this tour. I was
I think that's
nearing
really
the
cool that they
end
did
of my
that.
researching of this video. I was
I
consulting
hope that they
my
did it
friend who I
well,
went to the Toronto show with.
but
I was
I've heard
consulting him
really,
about
really,
things I
really
was still
good things about
confused
Ghost of Molly McGee, so I
like
have
was
faith that they did
if
it
that red
well.
crop top outfit possibly meant anything. And my friend goes,
I can hold my
"Did
breath for
you
4
see
minutes.
what
I
they
don't
did
believe you.
last
Do
night?
it. I
hit
dare you.
Post limit. Phrases to
I
strike
am not
fear into my
responsible if you
very
go to the
core.
hospital.
If you did not know, Tumblr actually has a post limit, like the amount of posts you can add to your blog in a 24-hour period. It's 250. So it is possible to reach post limit, but if you do, it is because something has happened. So
I reached
am
post limit
already
once.
in the MCR hell realm, overwhelmed by this video, and I'm like, oh my god, what happened? So MCR was playing a festival in Vegas called When We Were Young, and it was basically a getting together of all of the old emo bands, recapturing
Yes, I remember
the
this.
magic of the emo/scene subculture in the 2000s and early 2010s.
The only other kids
Basically
show that I can think
targeting
of that
people
tackled
my age
periods
and
with
a little bit
Braceface,
older
yes,
who
I
loved
remember
these
that.
things when we were young. You get it? But MCR's entire return tour up until this point feels very much about proving that this is not a nostalgia tour, so it feels very at odds with the theme of the festival. Before the show, Frank posts a picture of his guitar picks and a Werther's original. The drum says, nothing but the best. The entire band, not just Gerard, the entire band come out in their classic 3 Cheers for Sweet Revenge black and red outfits and terrifying FX makeup to make them look elderly. Except for Mikey, who is dripping with blood, implying that he had died young. They did not play Foundations or any of their more obscure material like they had all tour.
Wow.
Greatest hits only, and it's like, this is what
That's
we could be doing
powerful.
for decades. We could be elderly, watching elderly MCR dress up in their old clothes and play their old songs, and is that what any of us want to be doing? With the glory days of youth behind us, basically admitting that we're already dead. It's so good. It's so uncanny. It's the way that it forces the audience to look at themselves.
Really
it
cool.
To be comforting and nostalgic. It goes for your fucking throats. They
that's
sold
so
merch
cool.
that just said merch on it. Bracelets that said MCR is running out of shit to say. They ended the show playing Vampire Money and throwing Vampire Money into the crowd. Vampire Money.
That's amazing. I love that so
not
much.
Selling out, I will remind you. I think it must have been important to them to play this show and then to pull this stunt critiquing the premise of the entire festival. Because to them and a lot of others, holding up that era in their lives and their work it's insulting. Because
they're
honestly,
different.
That era was not ideal. That's clear as when we look at Mikey, who's been open about his life-threatening struggles with addiction and mental health, and how these things were exacerbated by a lot of what happened in the early years of MCR. It's widely thought that the song Brother from Gerard's solo album Hesitant Alien is about Mikey's close calls with death and Gerard's fear of losing him. I believe Mikey is sober now and has recovered, but there is a timeline where the band didn't end MCR in 2014 because they needed to, because it was bad for them. Because it was something that was comfortable and profitable, and maybe Mikey didn't recover in that timeline. Or he died on the shores of Normandy in 2005 and then became a vampire. Both good explanations. Of course, they passionately have a problem with a nostalgia-based concert, because they were kind of miserable and their lives were messy back then, and they were heavily commodified by a subculture that wasn't always kind to them. Haley Williams,
I was just gonna make a stupid circle. I was gonna make a circle, but where is it? Oh, I found it.
It's not always a safe place to be if you were different. If you were a young woman, if you were a person of color, if you were queer. And that's really fucked up if you think about it. Because this was supposed to be the safe place.
The 2000s weren't that good. Nostalgia is a liar. Why yearn for a time when it was literally worse to be any kind of different? Even for emos, MCR wants us to know that they are happy and healthy now and still capable of creating excellent art. This show just feels
that's so cool.
narratively like a perfect place to end this video. October 29th, Las Vegas. The drum says, knives for days. MCR has a very long history of knife imagery. I think a question that MCR always comes back to, sometimes through this imagery of knives and stabbing, is why do people hurt each other? What do pain and suffering mean? That night, Gerard is wearing what appears to be some kind of red military uniform. People have put images from this night into black and white and compared them with the Ghost of You music video military uniforms. Someone on Tumblr
I'm now letting
said
Serial Experiments Lane. I haven't watched Serial
trademark
Experiments
My Chemical
Lane. I've
Romance
heard it's
red.
really,
Gerard
really
has a
good.
party
One
in
of
Hollywood
my
in general.
IRL friends
Red and
really
black
likes
became this
it.
kind of uniform for concert goers this
Apparently
tour,
it's
despite
like
not being
really
the
like
band
rough
Colors
to
theme since
watch, so I'm not sure if I would
2006.
like
Just
it, but then
something
again I
that's
really
associated.
like
Something a uniformed
BoJack
leader with
Horseman,
uniformed
so
devotees.
and
At this
BoJack
show, they
deals with
also
similar
played opera
like mental
music
health
between the
stuff.
songs. The specific opera song that they played is called Casta Diva. According to the internet, that title translates to Chaste Goddess, comes from Bellini's opera Norma, and is a moment of stillness and calm before an oncoming war. Norma, the head priestess, leads her people in a mesmerizing prayer to the goddess of the moon. So there's that connection to Gerard being some kind of a military general or leader. There's his ties to femininity and powerful women. It all works beautifully. However, people have also pointed out that this outfit looks a lot like the Phantom of the Opera. Their first EP with the cat on it that I mentioned is called like Phantoms Forever. I am honestly not that familiar with Phantom of the Opera, so I can't really draw many other connections there. But yeah, few possible interpretations of this outfit, I guess. November 28th, Mexico City. The drum says, very faithful in Spanish. Gerard is dressed as Joan of Arc. Now have a city, my friends, because this is one of the most meaningful costumes in the entire tour. Let me tell you about Gerard Way's obsession with Joan of Arc. May 16th, 2022, the first date on this tour was in fact the 102nd anniversary of Joan of Arc's canonization.
Make it a mature Cartoon Network show, Leanna Child of Light, based on the book of the same name, instead of be released on daytime Cartoon Network. I hope it's good. I haven't heard of that book, but
insane.
I mean, hey,
ring to it, but it's fine.
always down for a new cool, more mature kind of cartoon, you know?
The Black Parade era, he became obsessed with Joan of Arc and considered shaving his head, as she had once done. He bought countless films about her and would watch them alone in his room, prompting nightmares in which he watched her burning alive. In another more recent interview, he answered the question, how do you like to spend your downtime on tour? Like this. I write my comic book, which is amazingly fun, and I want to do serious paintings of Joan of Arc and squids. Joan of Arc is my favorite historical, legendary, whatever figure. Number one, it's a boyish, waifish girl in a suit of armor on a white horse, and that's badass. I've always been attracted to that character because it's someone who was willing to die for what they believed in, and they were probably fucking crazy and, like, touched by the hand of God, and I believe in that shit. I totally believe in that stuff. I believe that it can happen to anybody. Like I said when I started this band, there was a brief amount of time where it felt like you drank gasoline and shit glass, and you were always covered in your own sweat, somebody else's spit or blood or something. And I felt that, you know what I mean? I would make crazy speeches that made no sense on stage. I would talk about purifying flames being shot out of our cabinets at max volume to destroy evil and shit like that. I was, touched in the head. And really, when you get touched in the head like that, I think your job at that point for the rest of your career is to remember what it was like to be touched in the head and kind of keep that going, because that can't last forever. You'll be dead, I think. Like Joan of Arc. Yeah, I love Joan of Arc and squids. Honestly, the shapes, the disgustingness of them, the suckers, the fact that they're in the ocean. I'm a huge Hellboy fan, so I draw a lot of squids.
I love Gerard Way.
I wish there had been more squids. Gerard, can we have some squids? He wrote this short comic about Joan of Arc in 2017, and I want to show you a panel of it. And these flames were the last, though not of death, but of salvation. For when you are burned for what you believe in, you are not ash, you are embers, and I shall remain everlasting. I want to latch onto that.
That's
because
powerful.
That feels very Foundations of Decay to me. This idea of purifying flames, rebirth, immortality even. March 11th, Auckland. The drum says, fix facts,
okay, yeah, I like that.
You. Gerard is dressed like some kind of professional office lady. They're wearing a gray suit with a skirt, sheer tights, and high-heeled boots. They're carrying a briefcase. Usually when Gerard wears a special costume like this, there will be a corresponding Twitter post or Instagram post from the costume designer Marina Toybina, who I've mentioned earlier, who designed a lot of costumes for this show. Usually when one of her costumes appears, she'll make a post about it. But she did not post about this outfit, which indicates that this is probably just
a Gerard Way original
outfit that Gerard picked out. It's not a specially designed costume. It's just an outfit. Also at this show, the first March show, the
We really want in chat right now? I don't know. I'm vibing. We're vibing. We're having a good time. Doesn't matter if chat's busy or not. I'm chilling. We're having a good time. That's the important
But
thing.
it's not the end. It never ends. Because war never ends. Because war never ends.
Would
March 13th, Brisbane.
Would
Drum
love
says,
to hear
"Everything under
Gerard
control."
Way's take
Gerard is wearing a
on
very
Blood
similar
Meridian
office
by
lady
Cormac
outfit,
McCarthy.
Maybe a little more conservative this time. It has a longer skirt and smaller heels. On stage, they apparently said, "I dislike strongly nights when my hair is too fucking wet and it's slapping me in the face, and I will not wear a hat with this outfit." And so we move on. We move on to war. And you know what's in store? More fucking war. I wish I had a video of this one, but
That's powerful.
alas.
I love
March
it.
14th, Brisbane. The drum says, "Here comes the airplane." Oh my god. Fucking hell, Gerard. Oh my god. The
Baby?
previous one said everything is under control. Gerard is wearing the office lady outfit again, and I think it's very safe to say that this character is supposed to be someone who would have worked in the World Trade Centers. The outfit is skewed more
Hey,
slutty
Simon.
goth on this night. It's black. The skirt
How you
is
doing?
very
How you doing?
short. There's this little cape situation, these leather gloves and sunglasses.
Oh my God.
It's show-stopping. As great of an outfit as this is, let's put it aside for a second, and I want to tell you a little bit more about Gerard Way's experience with 9/11. In 2001, he was an intern at Cartoon Network living in New York City. He said in a 2013 interview, "I did see the buildings go down, from I'd say fairly close. It was like being in a science fiction film or some kind of disaster film. You didn't believe it. You felt like you were in Independence
I'm
Day. It made no
enthralled.
sense. Your brain couldn't process it." And at 2019 Comic-Con, he said, "So 9/11 happens, and I pick up the guitar again, and I write Skylines and Turnstiles. Music became my therapy for the PTSD that everyone had experienced from 9/11 and processing that." That is the band's origin. That is what Foundations
Yes.
of Decay is
Yeah.
kind of reflected on.
mhm.
Gerard definitely
That tracks.
acknowledges this experience as the reason why his work has always explored the confrontation of horror, apocalypse, destruction. March 16th, Melbourne. The drum says terror. Gerard is
Fascinating.
dressed as our
I'm gonna draw a
office
creature
lady
that's stuck in my
again.
head right
There's an
now. Here's the hint.
umbrella
It has to do with
included as an
foxes.
accessory in the
Is it
version.
me?
I think that little
This would be the
cloak thing
perfect
actually
time
is
to do my
kind of a
Fursona
raincoat.
toggle, but I
It's
haven't
great.
rigged it
March
yet.
16th, Melbourne. The drum says bark, bark, bark. We see regular jeans and a t-shirt Gerard for the first time in a while. There was actually a saucy thigh rip in the jeans, which
Ooh,
apparently
saucy.
is nothing new. March 19th, Sydney. The drum says unkillable. The office lady is back, but now covered in blood. In some of the photos, it seems like they're wearing white contact lenses, which make them look particularly undead. Seeing Gerard Way covered in blood is like seeing a frog on a lily pad. Like, that's exactly how it should be. Natural order of things. So the final leg of this tour is being used to thoroughly introduce us to this new character who is very linked to Foundations of Decay, to this new era of MCR that we don't fully understand yet. But she's there. She is a woman at the center of horror and pain. She is a Joan of Arc figure.
Remember when I talked
She's
about
Gerard's
Imagi
vessel for
Studios, the
expressing
one who
her
made
feminine
CGI
parts of her gender.
Ninja
She
Turtles
is
movie
undead,
and
she's
canceled Zelda
resurrected,
movie?
she's immortal.
It turns out they
March
released
20th,
one
Sydney,
other
the drum
movie,
says
CGI Astro Boy
unkillables,
film.
plural now.
Fascinating.
Gerard is her.
I feel like I've heard
yet
about
again.
this.
Between this show on the 20th and the next one on the 25th, the 22nd passed, which was the 10-year anniversary of My Chemical Romance's breakup in 2013. The band did not acknowledge it at all. They were just posting about, like, arriving in Japan and having a great time. The last two shows are in Japan. So yeah, March 25th, Tokyo. Cool. The drum says Gemini, and Gerard is dressed as her. Imagining these MCR concerts as Looney Tune-esque episodes where they keep killing the main character by the end, but she keeps climbing out of the grave with little cartoon sound effects, even more fucked up than last
That's really
time.
good. I like
love
that.
her. OMG, is she like a Gemini? Is that why the drum? Okay,
God.
this feels extremely
Certain
Illuminati
two-tailed
conspiracy
fox.
board, and I'm slightly sorry that I'm about to say it, but is the symbol of the Gemini
Tails,
sign
Miles, Tails,
the
Prowler.
twins? March 26th, Osaka.
I don't know, that's the only two-tailed fox I know.
With nothing on it, it just seemed to be like a mirrored surface, but then part of the way through it was changed to say Endless Night. Gerard was dressed as our girl once again, and now it is done. It ended only a few days ago and I already miss it. What am I gonna do without my gay sports that I follow on Tumblr? I'm on the conspiracy train. I believe there's a fifth album coming. I cannot wait to hear it. I cannot wait to cook my fucking brain the way I did when I was 13 with Danger Days. In the immortal words of Ebony Darkness Dementia Ravenway, MCR rocks. Thank you so much for watching this video, my friends, and I will see you in another one very soon.
That was really cool. I really liked that. I really liked going over all of the themes of just MCR as a body of work. I am not as much of a fake fan as I thought, because I recognized and I knew and I was familiar with a lot of that already. So that actually makes me feel good inside. Do you guys like that? I thought that was really interesting. It was really fun. I just like I just really liked hearing her take on that. That was really, really fun. I love Strange Aeons. Strange Aeons is awesome. If you are interested in any capacity with, like, Tumblr, fandom, culture, silliness, I genuinely highly recommend Strange Aeons. Very, very good, I guess, like, introduction and analysis of the culture of that webbed site. How about we listen to the... what's it called? The next one that's an MCR movie. We can do the Black Parade video by Wendigoon. I don't understand any of it. I veer towards symphonic metal. And yeah, understandable. I really like classic emo stuff like that. So very, very much my aesthetic, my brand here today. So yeah, let's listen to Wendigoon talk to us for a little bit.
Hey everybody. So
Hi,
I talk
Wendigoon.
about movies a lot on this channel.
This is an old Wendigoon video. This is like from before he had 100K.
Storyteller. I think that stories are a natural human expression and the best way that we've kept record throughout history and stuff like that. But I've mostly stuck away from music, and that's for the same reason I just mentioned. I like stories. So normally, music isn't as involved with stories as a straightforward film or short story or something like that. However, with what I'm talking about
Concept
today,
albums.
there is one exception. If you are not familiar with this album personally, you are going to think I'm absolutely crazy when I say this. But I believe one of the best stories ever told through song form is that of My Chemical Romance's Welcome to the Black Parade. To understand where I'm coming from,
Hit
you
us.
have to know the background of
Hit
the
us
album
with it,
itself.
Wendy.
It was written as a concept album. In other words, the entire album is telling one particular story, or at least sticking with one particular theme. This went so much so to the point that My Chemical Romance didn't even go by MCR during their tour for it. They simply went by The Black Parade, which was essentially an alter ego of these paraders who guided others to death.
Lame.
A lot of people applied the band's
Not
other
MCR,
work,
lame
which
that I can't
is
make a
what
circle.
would be considered the emo genre, so to speak, even though the lead singer would absolutely disagree. But this album is entirely separate from any other work the band's put out, and is something rarely seen in music. When asked about his inspiration for the album, Gerard Way said that he looked to Freddie Mercury, and that cannot be closer to the truth. The album is, by and large, a definitive rock opera. What I mean by that is rock music and chords are used to tell a grandiose story in a very epic nature. The reason rock opera is the term used for it is because it harkens back to the old epic plays that were put on by Homer and the Odyssey and things such as during Greek opera days. That goes so far that many of the songs are ballads or anthems for our main character, and as we'll get into, it's as if there is a choir or opera that is backing him up in the story. But we'll get into all that in a minute. Now, I am
Very
not
interesting
the first
explanation
person
of
to
this.
think
I love this.
There have been several who have looked at the entire album, listened through tracks 1 through 13, and figured out a story that works in those. However,
I love that this is just
I
the
disagree.
MCR
Where I'm
night
coming from
tonight
with
here
this
on my
is that
channel.
when
This
I
is great.
first listened to this album, I had this very clear picture in my head of what the story was supposed to be, and every time I listened to it, it just strengthened that. Could this be my own wild delusions? Yes. Am I going to learn from them? No. I believe one of the main hangups people have with the album is that they assume all of the songs have to be chronological, and this is not the case. According to my theory, the songs are told out of order for a reason I will get to at the end, which put together a grandiose, full 3-act story structure about a dying cancer patient. As I go through, I'm going to talk about my interpretation of the story, what it means, give you the track list in order in the way that I think the story plays out.
This
and then
is,
at the
I'm
end, I'm going to try
so
to put it all
happy.
together
This is
and
great.
justify why I consider this album one of, if not the greatest of all time. At least you know, my opinion. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. And what better place to start than the end?
Now come on to this tragic affair.
The album is gentle in the beginning, as the first 2 tracks, according to my theory at least, are in chronological
Oh my god, I
order with
cannot
the
get
story
this
told.
this
So
beat.
if this album is
This is
harkening back
killing
to
me.
old operas and playwrights of these epic storytelling adventures, then what better way to start than a call to theater? Not only is the story's plot set up where we hear the beeping heart rate monitor implying someone in a hospital and at death's door, we also see thematic elements set up in the way that the lead character is talking and pompous with his nature. Now, something I want to explain now because it's going to be a big deal later. There are 2 characters who sing throughout this album. They're both done by Gerard Way, but this album is a story.
Oh, finally, I got one that I like. Oh, no one touch it.
A dying cancer patient in the hospital. The other is that of death, or a wayward soul, or some
And that's the leader of the
spirit
Black
who's come
Parade,
to
right?
guide the cancer patient to the other side. Not only that, but death itself works as a sort of backup choir for our cancer patient. When I say death, I want you to
Oh
think
god, yes, finally!
there are several legends.
Finally, I got a
and
circle I
religions
like.
and things such as
Holy
that
shit, that
foretell
took
that
too
lost
long.
Souls who get trapped on
This is
Earth
why I hate
are
doing line
forced
art,
to
because of
guide
shit like
other
that.
souls on to the afterlife. I'll get into later why this death isn't necessarily the Grim Reaper and it's just another wayward soul. The way to tell who is singing what song is by the opening. If a song starts out with acoustic or simple chords, then it is one of the patient songs. If it starts out with metal or parade instrumentals,
It's death. There's actually a Kinks album called The Soap Opera, and he wrote a song about eating his wife's cooking. That's very cute. I love
then it
that.
is one of Death's songs. With my timeline of events, it plays out that every time the patient has a song, Death has a song immediately after, either critiquing or backing up what the patient just said. Also, to be more specific, and again, this will be
Okay,
shown later.
cool. Excellent.
but
We can do the
instead of
backside now.
calling him Death, I'm going to call him the Parader. So, back to
Yeah,
this
because he's
first
leader of the parade,
We have
yes.
the patient opening talking about his lot in life and the fact that he is now...
Oops, wait, I didn't want to do that.
Now come on to this tragic affair.
As he's telling this sort of sad story about what happens, immediately it's as if Death comes in and cuts him off literally mid-chorus to announce his presence and make this bombastic entrance.
Cool. Time to do this backside. Excellent. And then it goes right into, yep.
This is what I mean by songs starting out acoustically versus songs starting out metallic. So, in Dead, the second track on the album, we have the Parader's introduction, and we get to see what his character's like. Very crude,
Get
crass,
what
and completely
you
uncaring to the thought of death.
deserve.
Which, yeah,
The
if
ending
your place
of
was
your
to guide
life,
souls to
if
the
you
afterlife
get
and
to
you've been doing it a
heaven.
while,
Oh,
I
God.
imagine
Okay, we're
you
listening to
would
Black
be
Parade
so
after this.
alive.
We're listening to Black
So
Parade,
much
I don't
so
care.
that in the final chorus, the Parader continues repeating the phrase, "If life ain't just a joke, then why are we laughing?" So, in our opening, we have our character set up. We have our
I
patient
really
who's
want to
dying,
make an
and we have the
AMV
Parader who
of
is either going to take
Don't
him
Hug
to
Me,
the
I'm
afterlife or
Scared
walk
to the
into
song
this.
Dead.
This is all set up for the first act of the story. For those aren't familiar
I swear,
with
once I
traditional
learn
VTuber,
video editing,
which
it's
was
over for
structure
you,
followed
hoes.
by opera. The first act of the story is always the setup. It's where we meet the characters, figure out the trial, and then go from there. After that, our second act is conflict. This is normally where characters get into fights with each other and interact, and the main action of the story takes place. Finally, our third act is the resolution, where our character overcomes the conflict either through changing themselves, or besting the villain, or whatever the story entails. So keep in mind, while we're in the setup story, let's get some more background on the patient, which leads to the third track in order, teenagers.
With all the lies in the books, make a citizen out of you.
Now, this one's kind of cheating with the whole if the song starts out acoustic, but my excuse for it is this song is definitely not the Parader, because none of it makes sense from the Parader's perspective, and if you look at where the patient's at now, it makes sense he would have lost some of his vigor or at least angst from where he used to be. So by this timeline, Teenagers is a song to set up the life of the patient. We can immediately tell that the patient is very hateful and violent. and does not at all sound like someone who is dying in a hospital, because he's not yet. We're immediately painted the picture of a very hateful and violent young man. While I think he's a little bit older than your stereotypical teenager, maybe 18 or 19, since he's kind of talking about teenagers in the past, I'm going to say the attitude of the song and the way he's telling it still feel very adolescent.
Oh my god.
So if he
I'm
is
trying so hard to make this happen.
or in his 20s, I wouldn't put him much over it. So we have a song from our patient. And to set up the cycle that we're going to continue to be in, the parader then comes in to make his comment on it. In the fourth song in order, The Sharpest Lives.
Well, it rains and it pours when you're out on your own. If I crash on the couch, can I sleep in my clothes?
Essentially in this song, the parader is talking about how dangerous some people live their lives, how they're reckless, don't appreciate it, and how it eventually leads to destruction. It also kind of paints this picture that the patient deserves what he's going through, at least because of the hateful attitude of the parader in the song. Now, while the patient may not necessarily deserve it, that doesn't mean he's exactly a great soul either. Especially with stuff we'll see
He's not like
later in the album,
blameless,
like
is what it's
Sleep Up
getting
With
at.
Us. So, this is the end.
You're
of the
not
first
just
act,
a victim.
And we have our patient who's dying and used to be kind of a jerk, and Death who doesn't care, and after hearing how he used to be, he still doesn't care. If anything, he doesn't care even harder.
Yeah.
But then
Yeah.
we get into a major tone shift. This leads to the fifth track in the album where the patient realizes what's happening to him and begins to realize the consequences of his actions, and that is cancer.
This song is so good, too. Like, this song is just really good.
Cancer would have to be the saddest song on the album, as it's just a very honest, personal look at someone dying of cancer. And while lines like this may seem kind of cliche by today's standards,
Is leaving you. Wait,
put
which
in
one
the
was that?
perspective of a young
which
man
version was
who
that?
is dying too soon of something that wasn't really in his control, it's kind of made more relevant. We are not to the patient's point of acceptance yet, but here
Never thought I'd hear a
at the
song
beginning
about
of the
cancer. Oh,
second
dude,
act,
this,
we see
so
the
good.
conflict arising. The patient came from a very hateful, argumentative place, and now he's got to face the reality of death, something that most people aren't ready for, especially a kid. We see this very somber tone come out of him, which is nothing at all like how he was in teenagers. However, what does this attitude change mean to a reaper of death who's been guiding dead souls for a long time? Not
Nothing.
a lot, as the next song in the list is House of Wolves. We see here Death acting exactly how you'd imagine a pompous parader, Death rock opera leader to act. He's very mocking and back and forth, and one of the core concepts of this song is he's talking about judgment. And when it comes to dying, we all know what that means. He goes back and forth talking about being a good boy, being a bad boy, and so on and so on. He even gets to the point where he's marking religious overtones and sayings, showing a complete disregard for life, sanctity, and all of that.
Love it. Ashes we all fall down. Ashes to ashes we all fall down. Of innocence for days. So
Even
I think
saying
you're gonna
the
burn
words
in
SIN
hell.
over and over.
What's your opinion on
implying
Kung
that
Fu Panda
because of
4
the
and Shrek
patient's
5?
life,
I'm hyped.
just
I'm down
because
for
he's
it.
sad now and dying of cancer, it won't save him from damnation. Now,
Yep.
it's my opinion that at this point, the patient cannot hear or understand death yet, and it's sort of like death is just his backup. Best example I can think of, if you've ever seen the Disney animated movie Hercules.
Yeah, with the muses.
What were they called?
The muses! The muses, Wendigoon!
Whoever they were. How they were
Got an angelic singing voice. It's not always that good, but thank you. We'll do a sing along to Black Parade after this.
Only, you know, a lot more swearing and blood and heavy metal, so.
Fucking love it.
However, on the patient side, we're still in this conflict, and then we see an absolutely heartbreaking turn of events with the 7th track in order, I Don't Love You. It seems like what happened here is the patient's lover left him because he was dying of cancer.
Ouchie.
And that brings up this absolutely horrible idea. If these people are just kids, then what kind of emotional burden is that to put on the spouse or girlfriend or whoever he had with him to now watch someone that young die of cancer? But at the same time, what a burden that is on him in his final moments to be left alone. It's absolutely heartbreaking. And while the band normally gets considered emo, I would say this is the only track on the entire album that could fit that description. However, it is so poetic.
It's rough.
The only emo track on the album is a teenager who is dying and their lover leaves them.
Yep.
There's this absolute hatred that the patient
Apparently the villain for Kung Fu Panda 4 is going to be a chameleon who has the power to bring pose past villains. Yes! Necromancer chameleon! That sounds so cool. I'm so excited. I love Kung Fu Panda. Kung Fu Panda is one of my favorite, movies.
I don't love you like I loved you
Yesterday.
But again, it seems justified given the context. So again, patient says something, Death has to comment on it. So what's Death's comment on I Don't Love You? This is how I disappear.
Yeah. I still got grunk on my nose, and I'm very sorry about that for everyone who has to hear me
Death is talking
snorking.
about the patient dying alone with no one there to be with them. But not only that, Death also seems to mock the patient with the way he treated people in life.
Ice cold.
This, I think, more than anything, kind of personifies the whole opera theme I was talking about, where the patient...
But the original director for the first Kung Fu
something,
Panda wanted
and then
6
it's like
movies.
Death
Do you think we'll
or
get
the
6, or are we going to stop
Parader
at
is standing
4? Depends on
behind
how much money
with
they
this
make.
grandiose,
That's
bombastic
the number one
orchestra
thing when it comes to more
emphasize the
movies.
thing to say.
Does it do well in the
However,
box
what I think is
office?
very
The
important
reason we're getting
about how I
Shrek 5,
disappear,
they were
especially
teasing
in the
Shrek
total
5,
album,
but if Puss in
is the
Boots had
last verse. See, up until
bombed,
this
I don't know that
point,
we would have
there
gotten
has
Shrek
been
5.
this
I think
complete
that if Puss in Boots had
charisma
done
and charm to
poorly
the
enough,
creator,
we never would have
as if
gotten a
nothing
follow-up
could
on the
touch it.
teaser at
But
the end of
here,
Puss in
when the
Boots.
instruments drop down and it becomes more hellish with the tone, it's like the Parader is screaming and starting to lose it. And here, I think, is the first signs of the Parader cracking.
I actually thought of pulling a Caleb saga and having multiple parts of a rock opera across multiple albums. I know I've seen people do that before.
He
That's
sees
very
someone who's
interesting.
young, dying alone, and it starts to get to him. Now you may ask yourself, why would that get to Death? He's done this how many times? Why am I watching this video? Who is this guy?
I love
Tom
you,
can
Wendigoon.
answer
You're
one
so
of those,
funny.
But in a second. So we end the 8th track with Death starting to break, and we see some cracks shining through about how he feels about the patient. Well, how does the patient feel? And this is where we get into what is, in my opinion, the most underrated track on the album. If the entire album is about redemption and about a dying kid recognizing that that's okay and him making the most of it, then this song is that pivot. Everything that came before was either pompous or sad self-reflection. But this is the direction he turns and begins to recognize that he's dying and that's okay. And that song is Disenchanted.
Oh, I love this song. Oh, I love this song. Yes. No, you're so correct, Wendy. Oh, Dadagoon, you're so correct.
Disenchanted is not only powerful for some of the lyrics it speaks that have stuck with me to this day.
That song with nothing to say about a lifelong wait for a hospital stay.
But with the
If
theme
you
of
think
this
that I'm
patient,
gone,
since he was a kid
you
who
never
didn't
meant
appreciate life
nothing
like so
to
many others have, but then he
ya.
gets
God,
stuck
it's
with
so
reality at once.
good.
And then the person he loves leaves him, and now he's completely alone.
Oh,
and this whole life thing
yes.
that he was so big
Oh,
about
someone
and
else
ready to
understands
go
how
for
much I love
is
this
falling
song.
apart
Thank you,
around him,
Dadagoon.
and he's simply disenchanted with it all. While it is sad, especially considering that this kid even has to go through it in the first place, there's this odd piece he gets from it. As he says in the beginning, He hates the ending, but it started with an alright scene. He's now in time He recognizes that he can't do anything about it, but that's okay. It's happening anyway, and he'll be here for it when it comes.
Yeah!
Tracks on the album that also signifies the end of the second act, because that was the end of our conflict. The patient dying.
And now we're getting into the resolution of the 3-act structure.
So what's our resolution going to be? Because we still have the Parader as mad and upset as he's ever been, especially at the end of How I Disappear. Well,
if you're into AMVs, I got a playlist of over 600 videos. I like me some AMVs. I like making things. I don't always like watching things. Like if I want an AMV, I'm gonna make an AMV. Okay. I love this song. We all go to hell.
So people who try to take the entire album chronologically and make it all a metaphor for death.
Oh yeah, no problem, Radbat. Thanks for hanging out.
Songs, specifically teenagers in this one. They say that, oh, well, this is him dying. He's already dead and he's talking to a character named Mama. And I don't like any of that. I like this. If death or the Parader is a wayward soul that at some point in the past became lost, then this is the story of how he became a lost soul. We're immediately in the beginning given these old sounds of accordions and bombs falling, which immediately paint the picture of a soldier in the Great War. Talks about writing letters, about how he's soon going to die.
That's so on brand for MCR too!
World War I throughout the entire song.
I should have been a better son. Yes. I should have been a better son.
As well as the sonograph and voice played at the end. So it was without a doubt in my mind that this song is set in World War I. Well, you could ask yourself, if you don't know this story, why would it randomly cut to a song in the past? Because this is the backstory for the Parader, and this is also the reason the Parader has sympathy for the patient.
Oh, that's so good. I love that take.
And as we can hear in the verses, he's mad, he's upset, he hates himself. And what happens? We hear air raid sirens take over the instrumentals. We hear him crying out for his mom.
And then
before silence falls, we hear his mother speaking.
If you would call me your sweetheart, let's sing you a song.
And then we hear him rise back up. He's then followed by an orchestra, supposedly the field of corpses around him, of other lost souls, all singing in unison about being damned together.
Hey Oni, how you doing? We're having MCR night and we're gonna do a sing-along to Black Parade after this. We all carry on. So good. I'm high. Hell yeah, brother. On that dank dank, on that good good. Good shit. Good takes from Wendy today. I'm loving this. I like this analysis.
I also want to point out, I've been talking a lot about the plot of it, and that's what I want this video to be focused on. But I also want to mention how good this music is.
Oh, it's so good!
Like, for example, this song in particular uses air raid sirens and heavy metal instrumentals as a chorus to talk about a soldier dying in battle, and then uses a choir of these supposed corpses on the battlefield to sing about dying in a war, and it's
powerful.
Top tier.
It's so good.
If you get nothing else out of this video, it's
so good.
I'm absolutely wrong about everything, and you haven't heard it yet, then I beg you,
please
go listen to the album and then come back and tell me how wrong
we're literally doing
I
that.
am. I just listen to the album.
What a price on an original adaptation of my male avatar or female? Like for a VTuber model commission? Fuck. I don't know. I don't really take commissions for VTuber models, but I would be down. I'm really only doing ToonTuber. Like if I were to do a commission, I'd do a ToonTuber. I would do it in this art style that I'm doing now, just because it's easier for me, and I don't really like doing high-res models. Everyone and their dog can do a high-res model. I want to do something more unique.
It also justifies his change of heart now. Which we haven't seen that change of heart yet.
At least
next song we have
200, probably closer to 3 or 4, but that does include art and rigging. So yeah, that's like my brain pan right now. VTuber models are a little expensive, but I do want to do some VTuber models at some point. So I'm glad people are interested in maybe getting a ToonTuber.
Sleep is essentially the patient coming off of the mood that he earned in Disenchanted and talking about how now it's time to die, and that's okay. And
so working on that Furby, yeah, getting the Furby inking done. I'm doing the backside now because this is going to be like a double-sided acrylic charm, I'm hoping.
Feel like he's worthy of heaven. At the end of the song, we hear the patient about to slip away into death. But if you listen real close, and I mean really close,
you can hear the beeping,
wall of instrumentals,
right?
You can hear the parader screaming at him to wake up.
Don't die! Don't die! Like 500 for all? That's a little higher than I was thinking, because I would think the 300, 400 include art and rigging. But if you want like a bunch of fancy stuff, I could do something for 500. With a lot of like, what's it nuts? A lot of like toggles and stuff. Because I have a bajillion toggles like drawn for this model. I just haven't rigged them yet because I'm lazy.
And that song is Famous Last Words.
I can't make you stay, but where's your heart?
Famous Last Words opens with the parader side of the discussion, and the chorus is the two of them arguing, which begins with the patient making his point.
Yeah. Pray to keep on living. I am not afraid to walk this world alone. You say you'll be forgiven. Nothing you can say can stop me going home. Oh, it's so good!
Going back and forth in a sort of dualism when the patient's explaining why he's not afraid to die and the parader explaining why he has to fight it. It's also kind of sad if you think of the parader as this lost kid who died in a completely senseless way, just like the patient's now died.
Yeah.
It's kind of like he's pushing the patient to fight because he himself never could.
Yeah.
Also, going back to that concept of judgment earlier. Famous Last Words appears.
By the way, new
as
kid,
the
new
13th
kitty,
track on the
new
original
kitty.
album. There are 2 endings to the
I
song
hope you give
Famous
your
Last
kitty
Words.
lots of loves, okay,
There's the album
Steve?
version, which ends with a choir
Yeah,
singing,
sure, no problem,
and
Moni.
then there's the radio version,
I don't know if you're in my
which is
Discord, but
guitars.
feel free to hit me up on Discord whenever you're interested in the commission, okay, dude?
The common
Word
interpretation
up,
of this
yo!
is that
Word
the
up!
choir rendition ending means that the patient goes to heaven, and the metal ending means that the patient goes to hell. I also agree with this, but whereas most people view that as the end of the album and woohoo, bye, the patient's gone.
Where's Welcome to Black
I view it
Parade?
as the judgment that happens before the actual death. Because remember, in my idea, the patient's not dead till the very end. And also because the album version, which is where this originally happened, the story comes, ends with the choir version, I'm going to say the patient made it. Because of his recompense, because of his realization, and because of his self-betterment, in the end, the patient made it into heaven. Or at least passed into the afterlife, or whatever positive outcome you want to view this story with. So, where are we? We're 12 tracks in. The patient has gone from absolutely hateful and angry at everything, to sadness, to realizing his situation and coming to comfort with it. And the parader himself has gone from this hateful, non-caring attitude towards human life to recognizing the similarities between the patient and himself, and then coming to terms with the patient's resolve. So it doesn't seem like there's a lot left to do than throw him a parade.
The single G notes! Really like your style and I want to support. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate. I big
Welcome to the Black
appreciate.
Parade is the final song in the story of this album and the send-off to the character.
Gotta
Also,
end with the
I think
best.
This is absolutely beautiful from a story perspective.
So
the reason
good.
that the parader appeared to him as a parader and not the soldier he originally was or some other omen of death is, as the patient mentions in the beginning of the song.
I love this song. There's a reason why I did this song for my my re-debut karaoke ages and ages ago.
He always viewed his father.
Offers
even though
hug to
supposedly
Oni.
his
I hope
father died when he was
everything's
young,
okay.
possibly of the same illness,
I don't know.
as this
Furby has longer hair than I do. Well,
figure that his
Furby
father
has a
viewed
mane.
him karaoke.
Some Furbies
So in
have
these
tails
final
and some
moments, in
Furbies
these
have
final
manes.
thoughts, he
I
sees
decided
death
to
come
do
him
both because it's
as
cute.
that
Who
vision
cares?
of good and justice that he always imagined.
But all Furbies have a little tuft on their head.
So this is it, his final moments, and he's at peace with that. Now it's his time to go join the Black Parade. But this time, and this is something really important a lot of people miss out on, what is it the parade's singing?
I was a young boy, my father took me into the city to see a marching band.
They're singing his song. Instead of
God.
it being the parader trying to tell his story and scream over the voice of the patient,
Yep.
he now respects the patient as, if not himself, then an equal. When the
Yeah.
patient's final moments that they're dying on the hospital bed, the parader uses all of his people, all of his resources, his strings, his brass, all of it, to sing the patient's song as he's carried into the afterlife.
Ah,
And
it's
then
so
finally,
good.
We get that end ballad, which begins with the parader mentioning his mama from the beforehand song, and then talking about how we'll carry on, we'll always have the memory of those
Yes!
who go before.
We'll carry
And then in the
on.
end, as seen in the music video, we see the parader grant respect to this patient as he walks off into no man's land. A worthy soldier is in he.
Oh, it's so powerful. I love this. I love this take on this on the album. Very, very based Wendigoon.
And that's it.
10
That's
out of
the story
10.
the Black
10
Parade.
out of 10
I
analysis.
mentioned earlier that there is a specific reason that all of these were told out of order, and it's this. Every single song on the album works in complete separation from the album. Any of them. Teenagers
Yes.
is an excellent ballad for teenage rebellion. House of Wolves can be translated as a song from running from the law or just like a carefree spirit. I Don't Love You can be a breakup song that applies to anyone.
Yep.
Dead sounds like a fighter's ballad, the whole dead already ideology. And Mom is just cool.
Yeah.
It is my opinion that if the album was told in order, then every song would exist within the concept of the story already. Instead, people love the Black Parade because
Mm-hmm. It's just a
they
good
just love the
album.
songs,
It's a
which is
fire
exactly what
album.
music should be. You can go up to people who have never heard another My Chemical Romance song in their life and begin playing Teenagers, and they'll know the words and get along.
Or
with
you
it
can just
because
play
they
that
like it.
single G
They
note
don't
and
know
everyone
or care about the
immediately.
story, and they shouldn't have to. When I talked about the horror of imagination in the Lighthouse video I did, I mentioned how much more powerful stories are when you come to the realization yourself. And I can't think of a place that's more true than this album. It's not all laid out in front of you, and that's the fun part.
See, I
listened to
knew
this
it was a
album
concept
for the first
album. I
time
just
in
didn't know what the story
and I
was because I never like
distinctly
thought that
remember
hard
when
about it. I
finished
just
things
liked the
last
songs
night
like he was saying.
There's
So that's really
something bigger
true.
here that I'm not getting. And over the years, after listening to it over and over, this story started to take shape. And at one point, I just sat back and realized every one of these songs that I've come to love so much, that I've learned the words to, that I've sang with friends, are all part of a grander story.
I am
And
just
I
trying
came
to
that
imagine
realization
Wendigoon
myself because of the
as
clues left for
a-
me by the
as an
writer
emo kid.
and the drums and the music and all of it. It was so much more powerful than just an A to Z story. Now,
Yeah,
me
that
making
thrill
this
of
video
discovery
and
is what he's
telling you
talking
all
about. That's really
what
true.
The track order was keeping you from figuring it out for yourself. Yeah, but you know the album's been out like 12 years now, so
He's been out forever, yeah.
Spoiler alert: My Chemical Romance is the Black Parade. was such a great introduction for me into the realm of telling your own story. Not only do I love the plot and ideas put forward, and I love every song on their own merit, and I think they come together in this beautiful mosaic of an album, but I can definitively say the lessons that I learned, figuring it out, listening to it over and over, were crucial in teaching me to be the storyteller that I'm still trying to become to this day. So I know they'll never see this.
I genuinely really enjoy Wendigoon's
1,000
content.
Subscribers, highest view videos like 500.
Wow, wait, how many subscribers does he have at this time?
Gerard Way and
Hold on,
Frankie
I
and
gotta
else who had
back
me with
rewind there for a
the writing of
second.
this album. Thank highest view videos. I've got less than 1,000 subscribers.
Less than 1,000 subscribers when he made this video. And hold on, let me switch really quick to the other version of Firefox so we can like zoom in on this. He has 2.5 million now. Talk about a just astronomical growth. Wow. I have less than 1,000 subscribers, and seeing this dude has over 1 million makes me, yeah. Because this is quality content. This is good analysis that he put forth here. This is really good. He did a good job. I really like Wendigoon stuff. Anyway, you were saying?
Highest viewed videos like 500. I'm just playing. But thank you, Gerard Way and Frankie. And
he really thought he was never going to make it. That's so crazy.
Because I can definitively say that if I did not listen to it then, I wouldn't be where I am now. Also, there are 2 tracks that are sort of bonus tracks, one of which was added in the deluxe edition of the album as a hidden track, Blood, and then one that was on the B-side, which is essentially like songs that didn't make the cut, called Kill All Your Friends. As much as I like them, I get why they were cut. It kind of breaks up that whole 3-act structure I was talking about, and it makes it
extraneous
a bit more
scenes
in the first act.
Yeah.
However, super quick, Blood is the patient's point of view when he's still snarky and hateful, talking about how he doesn't like the nurses and all that. And Kill All Your Friends is the parader mocking him by saying he's going to die and everyone's going to party about it. So you could just throw those in after the sharpest lives before cancer, before he had that turnaround. I personally don't consider it as much as I like Kill All Your Friends, but if you wanted to, there you go. So here is your final full list for all of the songs. I may have to, I don't know where it's going.
I like the typo. There's a typo right there. Famous last words is a colon instead of an L.
Bonus track shoved in there. So
unless I'm stupid and that's how it's always been.
See if I'm wrong, see if you can figure out the story yourself,
That's
or
funny.
listen to it in the version it is in the album. See if you think it's different. Some of these in the middle, I could be persuaded to flip around, but I am ready to fight someone about the rest of the tracks, and I will absolutely fight you. So if you think you've got a better idea, please let me know. As always, I want to give a massive shout out to all of my patrons. I, with no exaggeration, would not be doing any of this if it wasn't for you all, and it really does mean a lot. So our patrons of Warden tier, we've got Eddie Shoemaker.
Oh, he's got fun little names for his Patreon. He actually deleted his Patreon when he hit 1 million subs, which I think was incredibly based of him.
We've got Tim Freelove, an absolute legend as well.
Famous Last Words is a Billy Joel song. Oh, cool. I mean, it's like a common, like it's a turn of phrase, so I'm not surprised that it's been used on other What's It Nuts, other songs before.
The hardest to edit video I've ever done. I am dreading it right now. But really, if you are still here watching, thank you. It means the world.
Based Wendigoon!
I ask that you like, comment, share, whatever. I would love for this to make the rounds, as I'm knowing now I'm going to have to put work into it. But something that
yeah, because this is like 30 minutes, and this is like one of his first like long videos that he did before he started doing the long iceberg series that like got him like blowing up on YouTube.
Without further ado, peace out and thank you, boys.
That's really good. That's really, really good.
Big thank you to Nebula.
Oops, we're going on to the next one. I didn't mean to do that. Yeah. Okay, I don't wanna watch videos anymore. I wanna listen to Black Parade. Let me turn on Black Parade. Here it is. Okay, we got it. Okay, cool. Yay. Excellent. I love this album. Everyone's gonna get to listen to the album that we've been simping over for the past hour. Like what you see, finally, what it's like to be me. I love this album.
Another contusion, my funeral jag. Here's my resignation, I'll serve it in drag. You've got front row seats to the penitent.
There's a lot of like drag references, even in early MCR. So the idea that MCR it was like dealing with homophobia and having to be censored, basically, even though they were in, you know, the weird kids clique, has a lot of weight to it. And when your heart stops beating, will be here thundering. Did you get what you deserve? The ending of your life. And if you get to heaven, I'll be here wondering. Get what you deserve. The ending of your life. Heart and take it. Have you heard the news that you're dead? No one ever had much nice to say. I think they never liked you anyway. Oh, take me from the hospital bed. And if we were dead. Not sure if you heard of Bijou Mike. He's a YouTube gamer who likes MCR. I think one of you guys have told me about him, but I don't know if I've watched him before. And if you get to heaven, be here one to get what you deserve. Ending of your life. And take it, have you heard the news that you're dead? No one ever had much nice to say. I think they never liked you anyway. Oh, take me from the hospital bed. Thank you, thank you. I don't know all the lyrics to this album, but I've been listening to this song on loop because I really want to make that AMV about Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared. I swear, if I just drop an AMV one day and it's Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared to this song, you'll know why. I love this instrumental break. Do-do-do-do. I feel like this song would be really, really fun on Rock Band. 3, 4, na 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 na, singing na 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 na. La la la, la la la, la na 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 na, na 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 na. dead. Good news is the Furby's almost done being inked too, so we can start doing facial expressions, and then it'll be ready for colors. So I'm not going to do too much involved coloring on this, just because I think that'll look better as a print on a thing without like a bunch of involved shading and stuff. Also, I'm lazy. I'm not even going to pretend that I'm not lazy. I am lazy. There's a reason why Toon Yuki also has flat shading and doesn't have any fun coloring to her. Is he struggling to get the lines straight? Yeah, no, straight up. All the time. All the time. I'm constantly just like fighting to get these lines carved down correctly. It's how I disappear. Forever now. Okay, I'm gonna adjust the ear tufts again. I can't do it. I think they need just a little bit more. Okay, I already like that better. And I turned off the symmetry, so that's fun. Without you is how I disappear and live my life alone forever now. Without you is how I disappear, my life alone forever now. Can't hurt you anymore. Especially when I don't really fear AI art, and AI ends up thinking the line should be wobbly for some reason. Yeah, also, have you seen the AI hands? Yeah, and also, so there's an artist who like shows up on my recommended sometimes, and she has like a really distinct, cutesy, like Sanrio kind of art style. It's really cute, it's really unique. And someone trained an AI based on her art style, and it looks like shit. Like, oh, okay, if you have a unique art style, then you really don't have to fear it. Which, like, you know, having very, very, like, beautiful, painterly art, right, is easy for an AI to replicate, and that's not to discount that the people who do that style of art aren't getting their shit stolen, right? But it's to say, right, that perhaps we don't have to fear AI as much as we think we do. AI is still shitty and it should be regulated, though. But, like, I dare you to train an AI on my art style and get something that is passable. You know what I mean?
If it looks like I'm laughing, I'm really just asking to leave this alone. You're in time for the show. You're the one that I need. I'm the one that you loathe. You can watch me corrode like a beast in repose, cause I love all the poison away with the boys in the band. Whoever it been, caught a band around shows. So why don't you blow me? What gives me my streak out? Give me a shot to
Remember, take all the pain away from me. One kiss and I will surrender. The sharpest lines are the loveliest to leave empires. All of these vampires.
There's a place in the dark where the animals go. You can take off your skin in the cannibal glow. Juliet loves a beat and the lusty.
Oh, okay, I'm insane. That's what I was looking at. Take all the pain away from me, one kiss and I will surrender. Sharpest lines are the deadliest to leave empires. Actually, shall dump all of our worst art into the AI servers. Much like how The Simpsons sent Microsoft Zune into the black hole. God. You know what's funny? Back in the day when they were trying to make the Zune a thing, I had a friend who had a Zune, and they defended the fuck out of it. To be fair, this friend was also like a Microsoft fanboy, and we're not really friends anymore. But like, the fact that like, I knew someone who defended the Microsoft Zune with their life just utterly tickles me. It's a funny memory. From me, one I will surrender. The sharpest lines are the deadliest to lead. All of these vampires. Oh, 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 oh. That's cute, right? That's something? Is that anything? Yeah, that's something. Let's go! When I was a young boy, my father took me into the city to see a marching band. He said, son, when you grow up, would you be the savior of the broken, the beaten, and the damned? He said, will you defeat them, your demons, and all the non-believers, the plans that they have made? Because one day I'll leave you a phantom to lead you in the summer to join the Black Parade. There's some people who defend these companies to like a stupid amount, right? No kidding. Like, the company does not need you licking their boot. They're doing just fine without you. Hey, young boy, my father took me into the city to see a marching band. He said, son, when you grow up, would you be the savior of the broken, the beaten, and the damned? Bow, now, 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 bow, 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 bow. Bow, now, now, now. Sometimes I get the feeling she's watching over me, and other times I feel like I should go. When through it all, the rise and fall, the bodies in the streets, and when we're gone, we want you all to know we'll carry on, we'll carry on. Dead and gone, believe me, your memory will carry on. can't contain it. The anthem won't explain it. A world that sends you reeling from decimated dreams. Oh, misery and hate will kill us all. So paint it black and take it back. Let's shout it loud and clear. Defiant to the end, we hear the call to carry on. I love this album. Believe me, I don't belong in the modern age. I belong in 2005. High key. Take me back. I want to go back to 2008. And now we carry through the years. Oh, disappointed faces of your peers. Oh, take a look at me, 'cause I cannot care less. You'll never make me, 'cause the world will never take my heart. Go and try, you'll never break me. Want it all, we wanna play this part. Go and explain, say I'm sorry. Unashamed, I'm gonna show my scars. Give a cheer for all the broken. Listen here. Does this key change? It goes too high and I can't hit it. Wooden hi-fi cabinets and CD auto changers. Take me back! I want to go back! We'll carry on. Believe me. It goes so hard. You're weary with the marches on. We'll carry on. We'll carry on. Good shit. Anthem of emo kids everywhere. Is that anything? Is that cute? Are those eyelashes? Are those cute? Is that anything? Whatever. I'm trying to put like eyelashes on the Furbies because they have eyelashes on the actual toys, you know? And I feel like people forget that sometimes. Get out. Get out while you can. When you're gone, we've been turned to say, I don't love you like I loved you yesterday. Looking at Raptor, you should tint the eyelid pieces gray. So the reason it's like this is because I'm wearing eyeshadow on my top lid, but not my lower lid. If you look at my lower eyelash, see? Because you don't usually wear eyeshadow on your lower lids. I just thought it was a fun little extra layer of detail. Is that anything? Yeah, that's fine. Get out. Baby, get out while you can. to say I don't love you like I did yesterday. I do want to do a little, oh, on the Furby? Oh, that'd be cute, yeah. Give the Furby eyeshadow as well, that'd be funny. I might do that in the coloring stages. You leave the guts to say don't love you like I loved you yesterday. I don't love you like I did yesterday. Hey, love you like I loved you yesterday. Is the beat gonna be yellow or orange? I don't know. I was thinking about just because it's gonna be a bunch of different Furbies, right? Because you know how there's different Furbies of like just different characters. There's like a blue Furby, there's like a black Furby, that kind of thing. I'm gonna change the coloration depending on what variation of Furby it is. So, okay, I like that. Oh, I love this one. I love this one. I'm really sad there's not more people to see me do this one because it's in a hangout. Furby hangout. Come on, this is good. It's a Furby hangout. Who doesn't love it? What I want to say, tell me I'm an angel, take this to your grave. Tell me I'm a bad man, kick me like a stray. Tell me I'm an angel, take this to my grave. Round the ambulance that gave a damn. I swear, said ashes to ashes, we all fall down. King the praise, said ashes to ashes, we all fall down. Our innocence for days. I think I'm gonna burn in hell. House of what I want to say. Tell me I'm an angel. Take this to my grave. Tell me I'm a bad man. Kick me like a stray. Tell me I'm an angel. Take this to my grave. Gonna leave you alone. Oops. What I want to say, tell me I'm an angel, take this to my grave. Tell me I'm a bad man, kick me like a stray. Tell me I'm an angel, take this to my grave. Hey, I'm a bad, 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 bad man. Tell me I'm a bad, 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 bad man. Tell me I'm a bad, 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 bad man. Tell me I'm a bad, 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 bad man. Come on. Is that anything? Is that cute? When I say from 2005, I mean it in every way. 1998, 2007 Land Cruisers and silver technology. And silver means cutting edge. Ooh. I miss the days when everything was transparent and purple. If you could get me a drink, of water, 'cause my ups are trapped and baited. Oh, my Aunt Marie. All my things remain of my favorite colors, my sisters and my brothers still. I will not kiss you, 'cause the hardest part of this is leaving you. Turn away, 'cause I'm awful just to see. All my friends agony. We'll never marry. Chemo. Ain't living. I know that if we say goodbye to May, ask you to be true. The hardest part of this is leaving you. The hardest part of this is leaving you. I can see it taking form. The Furby eyelashes. I feel like one of those manicure, not manicurists, but like those eyelash techs at like spas. Mama, we all go to hell. Mama, we all go to hell. Writing this letter and wishing you well. Mama, we all go to hell. Ma, we're all gonna die. Mama, we're all gonna die. Stop asking me questions, I'd hate to see you cry. Mama, we all gonna die. Nico, you're famous. If fires just bathe us, yeah. So famous, he'll never let you go. Oh, don't return to me, my son. Mama, we all go lies. Mama, we're all for the flies. Right now they're building a coffin your size. Mama, we're all full of lies. My legs into my son. And raised a baby girl, I should have been a better son. The infection they can amputate at once. I could have been a better son. And the girl don't hate us. It's just bathe us, yeah. Guess all so famous, he'll never let you go. Not mine. And just your mind will never let you go. When you go, don't return to me, my love. Ma, we all go to hell. Mama, we all go to hell. It's actually quite pleasant, except for the smell. Ma, we all go to hell. Mama, mama, mama. Oh. Mama, mama. Would call me your sweetheart. I'll sing you a song. I feel like the mouse should resemble any makeup on the VTuber model for color. Maybe. Carry on. Let go. Show you the way. As we fall, we all carry on. Arms are gone. Goodbye, God, tomorrow we die. Ashes we fall. That's cute, right? That's anything? Not huge fan of the pupil there for a sec, though. I think that needs to go a little more uppy. Is that anything? Yeah, that's fine. I'm just executive decision. It's fine. It almost looks like it has a wizard beard. No! It's funny because there is a wizard Furby. There was a wizard Furby variation. But yeah, that's the texturing on the belly, because Furbies all have like a belly patch. God, I've got so many more. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more facial expression variations. This is so tedious. It's fine. We're doing a great job. Okay. For me, that is. So shut your eyes, kiss me goodnight, and sleep. Just sleep. Hardest part is letting go your dreams. The empathy, empathy. Through it all. For me. Hey, Jasmine! It's the middle of the night. What are you doing here? Your eyes, kiss me goodnight, and sleep. Just sleep. If I had something that would look like a demonic egg. Yeah. We finished inking the Furby, which is very nice, I think. So we're just doing the facial expressions, and then we'll be basically done inking this, and I can color it. Hello, Mr. the Animal. It's actually 7:30 in the UK. I don't want tomorrow to start yet. I know the feel. But if I go to bed, then it's tomorrow, and I don't want it to be tomorrow. It's Wednesday right now, right? Am I insane? Let me check. Okay, so it's 1 a.m. on Tuesday. Cool. Dude, what is going on? My sense of time is all messed up. I thought it was Wednesday. I love this album so much. I don't know if you guys can hear it as clearly as I can because it's like turned down real low. I thought it was Sunday. Labor Day is crazy. It's like 2:34 in the morning for me. Oh my god. I'm sorry about my 2 time slot, everyone. God. Because I feel like that like early evening kind of after school time slot worked really, really well. And then it just doesn't work for me anymore. It sucks. With all the lies in the books to make a citizen out of you. They sleep with a gun and keep an eye on you, son. They can watch all the things you do. Because the drugs never work, they're gonna give you a smirk. 'Cause they got methods of keeping you clean. They're gonna rip up your heads, your aspirations to shreds. Another cog in the murder machine. They said all teenagers scared the living shit out of me. They could care less as long as someone will bleed. So darken your clothes and strike a violent pose. Maybe they'll leave you alone, but not me. The awful names that they stick, you're never gonna fit in much, kid. But if you're troubled and hurt, what you've got under your skirt will make 'em pay for the things that they did. They said all teenagers scared the living shit out of me. They could care less as long as someone will bleed. So darken your clothes or strike a violent pose. Be they'll leave you alone, but not me. Yeah. Meow, meow, meow. Instrumental break, everyone. Said all teenagers scared the living shit out of me. They could care less as long as someone will bleed. So darken your clothes or strike a violent pose. Be they'll leave you alone, but not me. All together now, teenagers scare the living shit out of me. They could care less as long as someone will bleed. So darken your clothes or strike a violent pose. Be they'll leave you alone, but not me. Teenagers scare the living shit out of me. They could care less as long as someone will bleed. So darken your clothes or strike a violent pose. Maybe they'll leave you alone, but not me. Good song. Iconic song. I love this song. This is so good. I'm so glad that Wendigoon also is like extremely based about this song.
Well, I was there on the day they sold the cars for the queen, and when the lights all went out, we watched our lives on the screen. I hate the ending
Themselves, but it started with an alright scene. I have a test today for. Yeah, good night, Jasmine. It was good seeing you. Heartache to sing. And said you won't feel a thing. Ran from the cops. We laughed so hard it would sting. Oh, if I'm so wrong, so wrong, so wrong. It all night long, night long, night long. After I'm gone, because you never learned a goddamn thing. Just a sad song with nothing to say about a hang for a hospital stay. Be ready for school in just over an hour, lol. Never meant nothing to ya. My heroes sell a car on TV. They had seen, show them what it could mean. Yeah, oh, if I'm so wrong, so wrong, so wrong. All night long, night long, night long. Right after I'm gone, because you never learned a goddamn thing. Just a sad song with nothing to say about a lifelong wait for a hospital stay. If you think that I'm wrong, this never meant nothing to ya. Does anyone recognize this? Does anyone recognize this Furby face here? Because I put this in specifically as like an old nostalgia core kind of kind of like reference. Does anyone recognize this face? Hey home, the way home, the way. A sad song with nothing to say about a lifelong wait for a hospital stay. You think that I'm wrong, it never meant nothing to ya. Sad song with nothing to say about a lifelong wait for a hospital stay. If you think that I'm wrong, this never meant nothing to ya at all. Yeah, it's pretty cute. Is that one laughing face with an eye roll? It's the awesome face! It's the awesome face! Do you people not know what the awesome face is anymore? Oh my god, this hurts. I'm so sad that people don't know what the awesome face is anymore. It's the awesome face!
No, I know that I
Can't make you stay. But where's your hearts? But where's your hearts? But where's your... I know there's nothing I can say to change that part. To change that part. To change... So many bright lights to cast a shadow. But can I speak? Is it hard understanding what man completes? A life that's so demanding, yet so weak. Is it this understanding? I can't speak. I am not afraid to keep on living. I am not afraid to walk this world alone. If you stay, you'll be forgiven. Nothing you can say can stop me going home. Can you hear? My eyes are shining bright, 'cause I'm out here on the other side of this jet black hotel mirror with arms so weak. Is it hard understanding a man completes a life that's so demanding? I can't speak. I am not afraid to keep on living. I am not afraid to walk this world alone. If you say you'll be forgiven, nothing you can say can stop me going home. Epic face. Tried. These bright lights to me. These bright lights to me, and I say, see you lying next to me, with words I thought I'd never speak, awake and unafraid, asleep or dead. You lying next to me, with words I thought I'd never speak, awake and unafraid, asleep or dead. With words I thought I'd never speak, awake and unafraid, asleep or dead. I don't know how my cat can last for 3 hours and 30 minutes on my bed without needing the toilet. Bladder of steel. Hikey. You'll be forgiven. Nothing you can say can stop me going home. Powerful. So strong.
Well, they encourage your complete cooperation. Send you roses when they think you need to smile. I can't control myself because I don't know how. When they love me for it, honestly, I'll be here for a while. So give them blood.
He's a stronger man than I. But you can't move. You have a cat on your lap. Those are the rules. Blood, blood. Because there's going to be a flood.
A celebrated man amongst the gurneys. They can fix me proper with a bit of luck. The doctors and the nurses, they adore me so, but it's really quite alarming, 'cause I'm such an awful fuck. I gave you blood, gallons of the stuff I gave
You all that you can drink, and it has never been enough. Blood, blood, blood. The kind of human wreckage that you love. Another iconic song. Even though it was cut from the album, but it's still iconic. Okay, that's the end of the Black Parade. He moved off to me, he's laid near me. Ah, gotcha. Okay, I'm gonna finish this face, and then I think we'll call the stream. Because I just gotta do this, these eyeliners really quick. Did we have fun? Are we all having fun today? Did we enjoy having MCR night? We're all emo kids. Dude, I'm still thinking about the outfits they wore to the When We Were Young, When We Were Young festival. That is absolutely something powerful, you know? Wearing the Revenge era outfits with the old man makeup. Holy shit. Oh god, I'm gonna sneeze. Good. I haven't taken my allergy meds yet today, and I don't have my air purifier going. So there is, like, a ton of shit in the air that is driving me nuts. Rickroll everyone at the end, late joiners must be punished. God. Thank you for the sippy. I finished, like, a whole smoothie at the beginning of the stream, and I've been sipping on a water. Thank you. Thank you very much. Fungi need a moist environment. Thank you for the save. Holy shit, you're right. I haven't saved this entire fucking time. Holy shit, I need that. That's horrifying that I haven't saved this entire time. If something had happened to my computer, we would have been SOL. I would have been relying on autosaves. Which, like, Clip Studio Paint is really good about auto-saving your work for you and giving you a recovery. But you don't want to rely on those, because something can happen. Things can happen to those. I'm also really hungry. I'm probably gonna go make a sandwich after we're done here. At the pizzeria, there, one of the guys on day shift, he had a barbecue, and he brought some of the leftovers for the weekend crew, because, you know, barbecue over the weekend crew doesn't get to go, even though, like, it's an office party kind of thing. Anyway, but he brought the leftovers, and it was really, really funny, seeing him have to deal with Chica while going in to bring me the leftovers, because, you know, snack time. So yeah, that was really fun. I had to, direct him through the intercom system to run to the other door while I lured Chica to a different area. It was really funny. Anyway, this is a long way of me saying, he brought me some snacky treats that I have in the kitchen right now, and I'm gonna use those to make, food. 4 redundancy copy on separate drives and then another on the external SSD. God, that's so funny. Yeah, now I understand why you're so, like, paranoid about your files, man. I'm very lucky that I haven't dealt with any, like, life-destroying bugs, basically. But yeah, I haven't lost any, like, really important files. So it'll happen. Now that I've said that, it's gonna happen. Knock on particle board. Hello, Mr. the Animal. You wanna leave? Can you give me, like, 5 minutes, Mr. the Animal? I'm almost done, okay? I have the animal with me, because everyone else is asleep, and we can't trust him to be alone in the house. And he is begging me to leave. He wants to leave my room so bad. Makes him look stupid. Well, he's gonna have to wait. They haven't found the computer nuke yet. The what? Alphas, no, don't do this to me. You can't. Legally, you can't. You love me. Mr. the Animal. I swear he's gonna bark here in a second. It's gonna be an animal voice reveal. Morty, can you give me, like, 2 seconds, please? Like, 2 seconds, buddy? Just 2? I'm arting as fast as I can, buddy. The animal patience challenge. Impossible gone wrong. Hush, you. Quiet, you. Me at the animal right now. Six SSDs in total, my god. I mean, like, there's dedication to your files, and then there's that, and that's something, alright? Cool. Bop, bop. Wait, I actually don't need to do that. I just need to do this. Is that anything? Yeah, I'm gonna take that as something. Okay, yay! That's it. That's the last Furby. My computer's called the Fire Hazard, and I built it after. Oh god, that's so funny. That's a good name for a computer. Okay, I gotta take the animal outside, so, thanks everyone for coming by. Thank you all for hanging out with me. Really do appreciate each and every one of you guys taking time out of your day to come spend time with me. Tomorrow we'll be doing more Furby. Hopefully, maybe. We'll see. I haven't decided yet. Depends on how I'm feeling. Anything else I want to say? No. This dog is gonna pee on my carpet. Okay, bye. Bye. I'll see you on the flip side, my silly ones.